Capital Chevrolet, saving you money is a family tradition my grandfather started back in 1935. Our commitment to low prices continues today with Capital Chevrolet's $2,000 low price guarantee. It's simple. We guarantee to beat any dealer's advertised price on a new Chevrolet, or we'll pay you $2,000. That's Capital's low price guarantee. Just doing my part to carry on the family tradition.
Red 21! Red prime rib! Seasoned seared! Slow roasted at Outback!
Try something bold. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
I'm open!
Julie, will you take me to Outback for their new Hearts of Gold Bronze filet with sauteed artichokes, sun-dried tomatoes, and a light lemon Alfredo sauce?
Yes, I will.
Try something bold. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
My mother has a red car, too.
You're kidding me.
No. She doesn't have red hair like you, though.
My mom does.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks.
Okay.
No! My TV went out! My TV went out!
What can the middle of nowhere teach us about financial advisors?
Let's strip it down!
With the right guide, you can find rewards in any environment. Wachovia Securities. Talk to us. Together we can achieve uncommon results.
Joining you this afternoon from a very rowdy, a very loud Kyle Field here in Aggieland in the Brazos Valley on the campus of the Texas A&M University Aggies. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson, Rob Durkee down on the sidelines. And Perry, this is going to be fun. Westlake has lost the toss, so Pearland will receive, and we line up for the kickoff. Westlake will kick off from right to left on your radio dial as we continue the road to the Dome, and it goes through Kyle Field here in College Station.
Absolutely. This should be a good game, as you heard in the pregame interview with the Pearland head coach, Tony Heath. They have won 8 in a row. The Westlake Chaparrals have won 6 in a row. More important than that is the fact that both teams to get here had to win all 4 of their postseason games, and they've done that. This one is as big as they get before you get to the state championship game, because that's what's on the line.
And with that, Justin Tucker kicks it off, and we are underway, and it will go 5 yards out of the back of the end zone on the south side of the stadium. And once again, a familiar sight for Westlake opponents. They will start first down and 10 from the 20-yard line to give it the Oiler offense. My partner, Perry Watson.
Thanks, Joe. Here's how they'll line up front. The center is Stephen Kinney. The guards are Billy Bocher and David Maciel. The tackles are Corey Bowman and Brian Thomas. The tight end is Kevin Davis. The wide receiver on one side is Kevin Miller. The other, the Z receiver, that would be Roosevelt Weeks. In the backfield, they've got all seniors. The quarterback is Sam Proctor. The running back that you'll hear a lot about, you've heard a lot about, you'll probably hear his name quite a bit today, is Fozzie Whitaker. And the fullback is James Williford.
Well, they line up in a 3-back set, now going in motion, swinging the door to the right side. Right off the bat, there's going to be a motion penalty, and the play did not stop, but no doubt they cannot hear the whistles. Pearland has brought the house. Abe Garcia tested it earlier. He said he was caught in traffic all the way down from the greater Houston area, and it will be illegal motion in the backfield on that swinging door play in the backfield. So what started at the 20 now continues back 5 yards to the 15. It'll be first down at 15 from the 15-yard line here in Oiler territory for the Chaparrals. They line up like this. The tackles are David Dyer and Mark Daniel. The nose tackle is Chris Agnes. The outside linebackers are Logan Harkness and Riley Orloff. Inside linebackers, Thomas Johnston along with Blake Reed. We will see Cameron Nichols on the defensive line as well. Also, we will see Victor Kronberg in that inside linebacker spot. A rotating defense, and we'll get you to the secondary here in just one moment. We are just underway, and another flag flies before the play even begins. So the umpire, Johnny, on the spot, and now it will be another false start. So
Pre-game jitters?
Pre-game jitters, early movement on both plays from scrimmage. So we really haven't run a play yet. So it'll be now first down and 20 from the Pearland 10, and it only gets better for the Westlake defense, who line up like this in the defensive secondary. The corners, William Sayers and Aaron Pettis. Justin Tucker and Brad Ballou are the safeties. We'll also see a lot of Ryan Swope and Ryan Ambrose, part of that deadly defensive unit that has a lot of people that can play every position on the football field. And you heard Coach Ross and Coach Grigg talk about it in the pregame show, Perry. Interchangeable parts, and it's worked well in the playoffs.
It's important.
First down and 20 from the 10-yard line. Again, the same set, and now we get an opportunity to see Fozzie Whitaker, and he's stacked up at the line, maybe a yard out to the 11-yard line. And right off the bat, the defensive front for the Chaparrals answering the call on number 2.
Yeah, you see Blake Reed in there. You also see Logan Harkness, and it was kind of a group effort in stopping number 2, and you want to stop him early.
Aaron Perez making the stop there. Mark Daniel also on the spot as everybody jammed up there along the goal line. As you can hear our public address announcer here in Kyle Field. We'll get you the officiating crew in just a moment, but the starting lineups brought to you by Texas Honey Ham Company. 330-9888. Holiday season is here. 330-9888. The direct snap handoff goes to Whitaker, and Whitaker has some room out to the 25, to the 30, and he's brought down just shy of the line of scrimmage, or excuse me, the first down marker at the 29. Not a bad gain all the way out to the 29-yard line, and they are 1 yard away from picking up the first down, are the Pearland Oilers.
Yeah, it looked like the final hit was made. It looked like Riley Orloff was the one who got him, but Whitaker got in the open field, was running down the middle and running free, and Orloff took him down about a yard, yard and a half shy of the first down.
A 17-yard pickup there by Fozzie Whitaker, and it'll be third down and actually a long 2 as they back him up where his knee hit at the 28. Third down and 2, and a huge play here for the Westlake defense. Power eye look, 2 wide receivers to the far side left. They hand it off up the middle, and Fozzie Whitaker trying to lower his shoulder. He does, and it will be a first down. As charging through the line there was Whitaker as he picks up the first down in the change move, and you can hear it from the Pearland faithful.
Yeah, and Whitaker showed a little patience there because that play was designed to go up the middle. There was nothing there, and so he just took it outside, a little bit outside the tackle, and was able to pick up enough.
So it'll be first down and 10 after going backwards on the first 2 plays of the drive. In motion penalties, Pearland has their offense first down and 10 from the Oiler 30. They swing it around again with a busy backfield. This time it'll be Proctor. He tries the left side. He's trying to follow that left tackle. And again, throwing a good block down front was Billy Botcher, and Botcher opens up a small hole, and Proctor falls forward for about a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 coming up for Pearland.
Riley Orloff, Thomas Johnston in on the stop there. Not much of a gain. They move off to the left side, does Proctor, the quarterback, and he is a running quarterback and good size. He's about 6'2", 200, 205 pounds, so he has been running the ball well himself.
No scores. We are just underway here live from Kyle Field. It'll actually be a gain of 4. Second down and 6 from the 34-yard line. 9:23 remaining here in the opening quarter. This is the opening drive. The handoff to Fozzie Whitaker, and Whitaker falls down about a yard gain out to the 35-yard line. And so far, Perry, they've contained him on all plays but one, that 17-yard pickup that set up the first down run. But Whitaker so far contained along the front.
Yeah, and it looked like the linebacker rather. Yeah, Thomas Johnston looked like he knifed in and may have gotten a hand on the ankle. Somehow he tripped up Whitaker. He didn't get anything on the play, so that sets up a third down and about 5.
They have not gone to the air yet, and why would you with the talents of Whitaker in the backfield? They loaded up on the far left side as Pearland moves left to right. And now they swing it around again with a slot receiver. Again, they'll go to Whitaker. Whitaker falling down towards the 40-yard line and picks up almost a first down. And in fact, our sideline judge is coming in right around the 39-yard line. So that's about a yard shy of the first down. So another big-time play coming up here for Pearland. What do? You're right near your own 40-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and maybe a yard and a half to move the change and keep your drive alive.
It looked like Mark Daniel was the one who came in and made the stop there, but they are shy of the 40, which is what they need to net to get the first down, and it looks like they're going for it.
And they will as they break the huddle. Pearland with a power eye look at the backfield. One wide receiver split out way out to the near side right. He's covered by Ryan Swope. The handoff stacked up at the line, and right there in front of everyone is Chris Agnes, and Agnes came through. They're coming in, and from the sidelines,
it's going to be close.
It is going to be very close. The nose of the football is just inside the 40-yard line. You can see Derek Long coming up and trying to cheat it. but no doubt our referees will call timeout, and they have. The nose of the football is right at the 40-yard line, and this is going to be close, and this is a huge spot for Pearland already here in the first quarter.
Excuse me, Joe, depends on the spot, and you could see Blake Reed and Chris Agnes jamming things up, and as we wait for the call, I can tell you who the officials are. The referee is Mike Atkinson, the umpire is Bill Stevens, the head linesman Bob Hubble, the line judge is Vance Burnham, and the back judge is Chuck Gurney.
And it is a first down for Pearland. Good for the nose of the football. And again, the Oiler faithful chime in from the far side.
Well, I'll tell you what, the nose is exactly right. That's about all that they got beyond the sticks to get the first down. So a good play by the defense. The offense was up to the task. They pick up another first down.
The officials brought to you today by TicketCity.com. Again, visit them today. TicketCity.com is your place for hard-to-find tickets. You want to see the Longhorns in the Alamo City? Click on TicketCity.com or call 1-800-SOLD-OUT. First down at 10, no score. Opening drive for Pearland, and Whitaker gets the handoff. He's dancing around the 40-yard line, and the speed is paying off for Westlake. Dropped after a 1-yard gain to the 41-yard line. Sideline to sideline, this defense is going to be very difficult for Fozzie Whitaker to get around on the outside.
Yeah, and that's what they did. The defense just kind of strung that play out as Whitaker tried to go in, decided to bump it outside, and it was jammed up, and you could see it was Blake Reed jamming things up along the line, and William Sayers, one of the guys coming in to make the stop.
Live from Kyle Field, it'll be second down and 9, no score, opening drive. 7 minutes straight up remaining in the opening quarter. Whitaker is tackled right in the, no, it's actually Proctor. Proctor with an excellent fake. He's around the 45 to the 50, midfield. He just will not go down as he races inside the 40-yard line, inside the 35, where he is finally brought down at the 33-yard line. Excellent fake right there to Whitaker, and Proctor goes around the end on the zone read play. Excellent job by Sam Proctor, his first run of the afternoon, and he advances it all the way down inside Chaparral territory. A huge pickup of 27 yards by Sam Proctor.
Yeah, and the fake is what sold it because they thought Whitaker had it. He did not. Proctor, the quarterback, kept it. Logan Harkness grabbed some jersey and was able to slow him down, and then Pettis came along with Riley Orloff to finally get him down.
Power eye look at the backfield. James Williford, the fullback. 2 wide receivers. And the handoff will go on the delay draw right up the middle to Whitaker. Whitaker falls across the 35-yard line out of the backfield. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of about half a yard down to the 34. And maybe a small gain of about half a yard. It'll be second down and a long 9 for the Oilers.
Yeah, Thomas Johnston, the linebacker, shot the gap and got in, got a hit on Whitaker and made sure he didn't get more than a couple on that play.
Second down and 9 as the Oilers break the huddle. They are in the maroon pants, the white jersey tops, the maroon numerals, the maroon helmets with the Pearland P on the side. Out of the gun. Proctor's going to keep it on the zone read. He's across the 30. And a nice block thrown upfield. He's at the 20 to the 15-10. Down the sideline and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line down to the 6. An excellent run right there by Sam Proctor. And knocking on the door are the Pearland Oilers. First down and goal, no score, opening drive. And they're down all the way to the 6.
Well, no surprise so far. It's a 1-2 punch, and the 1 is Whitaker, and the 2 is Proctor. And I'll tell you what, they got outside, and he got down to the sideline, and it was Brad Ballou who forced him out. But the big quarterback shows that he can run, and this guy came into this game, he's run for 1,200 yards, and that's the quarterback, folks.
17 touchdowns also for the senior quarterback, as you can see how powerful he is with his legs. A 27-yard pickup all the way down, or a 27-yard pickup all the way down to the 6. First and goal out of the gun. Proctor will keep it again. He's bouncing along the line of scrimmage, and an excellent tackle made by Blake Reed. He stops him after a 1-yard gain at the 5-yard line. This is where Westlake is very good. Again, inside the 20-yard line, the red zone. They have not allowed very many touchdowns here in their playoff run. They've kept teams in between the 20s. Let's see how they fare here with this first opportunity in the first quarter for Pearland.
Well, they know pretty much what they're going to get. What they've gotten so far on this drive is one run after another. Everybody would be surprised if they picked it up and threw it, but, you know, they run the ball. They're at the 5. Good play by Blake Reed on that one. They need to stop him again here.
Williford split out in the slot left. 2 wide receivers to the far side left, and the handoff will go to Whitaker to the wide side. Now chasing him down to the goal line is William Sayers. He cannot get there, and Pearland strikes first blood. Touchdown, Fozzie Whitaker.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's one of those plays where you run the guy wide. He's got the ability to go inside. He faked inside, went outside. Once he made the move to the outside, nobody out there but William Sayers, and he didn't have a shot because Whitaker had already made his move toward the end zone. He goes in standing up for Pearland.
From 5 yards out, Fozzie Whitaker scores his 24th touchdown of the season. He's carried the ball over 350 times. And now Ryan Ambrose exits to the near sideline. He is hobbling just a bit. And we also mentioned that Brad Ballou will not see any offensive time as a receiver. And checking onto the field will be Robbie Hirsch, the 5'8", 180-pound junior. He is 42 of 48 on extra points. Reed Wendell will hold. Wendell is the backup quarterback, and they have run for two quite an awful lot. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. With 5:07 remaining here in the opening quarter, 90 yards go the Oilers, and they strike first. It's Pearland 7, Westlake nothing. The Division I 5A state semifinal continues in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Hi, I'm Bobby Jenkins with ABC Pest and Lawn Services.
And I'm Ruben Torres.
Meet some of Ruben's best customers.
Ruben is a great technician. He is very timely.
Ruben's always great. He comes by, knows exactly what he's doing.
Ruben is very courteous. He's always professional.
Very trustworthy.
Ruben is always reliable and friendly and does the job right.
Call ABC Pest and Lawn Services today.
We're conscientious and we care.
ABC Pest and Lawn.
Well, after back-to-back motion penalties, Pearland would start from their own 10-yard line. First down at 20, they would go the length of the field, 90 yards in 14 plays. And it took an unprecedented amount of time off the clock. Easily the longest drive, and a short kickoff by Hirsch will be fielded at the 15-yard line, making a move across the 20 to the 25. And now it'll be Max Minor out to the 34-yard line. So a nice little return there, and Westlake gets good field position for their first offensive possession here this afternoon from Kyle Field. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson, Rob Durkee down on the sidelines. 5:01 remaining here in the opening quarter. And Westlake, along with quarterback Nick Foles, will take to the huddle. First, the Pearland defense, my partner Perry Watson.
And they'll line up like this, a 4-4 defense. Well, let me give it to you after this play. They're about ready to run a play here.
Yeah, first down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Shotgun set, two wide receivers each way as they spread it out on the first play. And they'll give it to Ron Hager, and Hager's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but no gain on that deep right side, Perry.
Yeah, that was made by one of the defensive tackles. That was Daniel Shin. The other defensive tackles is DeForester Jones. The defensive ends are Andrew Hernandez and Ruben Lucas. The linebackers are Lance Hayes, Chris Boggs, Gary Robertson, and Matt Sanders in the defensive backfield after this play.
So it'll be second down and a long 9 from the 35-yard line. Split backs to the backfield, two wide receivers to the far side right. Back to pass out of the shotgun is Nick Foles. Fires across the middle to Steven Schaefer, and it's in and out of the hands at the 45-yard line. Nice coverage right there on the defense. And he was a defensive backfield. We'll go ahead and let Perry Watson tell you who it was.
Yeah, they've got the left corner is Nick Sines. He has about 8 interceptions on the year. Jarrett Stewart, the sophomore, is a good defensive back. In the right corner is Chris Landry.
Again, the offense, first the offensive line for the Westlake Chaparrals. The tackles are Ross Cooper and Dusty Davidson. The guards, Nick DeAngelis and Patrick Juppy. The center is Andy Theodosis. The tight end is Steven Schaefer. The wide receiver is Andy Spears. The flanker, Jordan E. Tier. Two wide receivers in this to the far side right, and two to the near side left, as Minor now goes from the slot left to the far side right. Out of the gun, Nick Foles looking, has time, fires downfield, and it's complete for a first down at the 45-yard line. A nice grab there by Jordan E. Tier, who gets the start, and the majority of the snaps at flanker in that slot receiver position because of the thumb injury to Brad Ballou. He broke his thumb in last week's contest against San Antonio Reagan, and he picks up 11 there. Good for the first down, and Westlake moves the chains. An important first down there, Perry, because the defense gets a chance to rest.
Absolutely. A good throw and a good catch by Etier. Nick Sines on the stop.
Offset eye to the right in the backfield. Under center is Nick Foles. Two wide receivers each way. From the 45-yard line, they give it on the counter gap play to Ron Hager, who's met hard, and his forward progress is stopped right at the 45-yard line. A huge play defensively there, and up front, right off the bat, was Gerard Stewart, the 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. 2 picks, and he met him hard right at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that play was one of those, looked like a counter play where they fake a little to the left, he goes back to the right, does Bron Hager, and just as he cleared the gap on the hole, that's where he met the defense and was able to pick up nothing. So basically a first, 2nd and 10 now with no yardage gained on that play.
Nick Foles, with 3 touchdown passes last week, has now thrown for 51 as his career as quarterback at Westlake, better than Drew Brees, and he has set the school record for most touchdown passes in his career. Back to pass on 2nd down and 10. The pass is in and out of the hands of Bron Hager, and a nice open field play right there by Gary Robertson, the 5'8", 177-pound junior. Again, making the hit on Bron Hager and causing enough havoc to force 3rd down and 10 on the incompletion by Nick Foles.
Yeah, that pass by Foles a little bit behind Hager, and he wasn't able to get back to it, but Robertson, the linebacker, a small linebacker at 5'8", 177, was there and was able to make sure that Bron Hager couldn't pick it up, but Westlake's faced with another 3rd down play.
From their own 45-yard line, 3rd down and 10, 2 wide receivers each way as they spread it out. Now they empty the backfield with Hager going in motion to the near side. Foles back to pass, looking, has a man downfield, he fires it, and it's complete to Max Miner, who turns around and makes a huge play as he turned around at the Pearland 46-yard line and was able to pick up the 1st down, a pickup of 11 on the pass, and Max Miner wide open along the far sideline, and the Chaparrals move the chains. 1st down and 10, 7-0, 3:03 remaining here in the opening quarter as Pearland took their opening drive of the ball game all the way downfield, 90 yards for a score. Foswood Whitaker getting in from 5 yards out. Again, the point after touchdown was good. 7-0 as Westlake trails here in the 1st quarter with 3:03 to play.
And a good play by Max Miner. He knew where he had to get to the 1st down. He turned after he caught it and picked it up.
Nick Foles has had all day to throw the football, and they empty the backfield again. Foles under center. Hager splitting out wide to the right. They run the flanker screen to Max Miner. Miner to the 45-40, dancing to the sideline, and he'll be ushered out of bounds inside the 40-yard line down to the 37.
Yeah, you said ushered, and one of the ushers was Lance Hayes. He couldn't quite get there, but he put enough pressure on Miner after he picked up a few yards to get him out of bounds along with some help. So a good play. That was actually a lateral, Joe. That pass was a backwards pass to Max Miner, and you don't know if they've got another play they can run off that. That one, they just let him run with it.
Well, they're spreading the Oiler defense way out, and now they load the backfield up again. It's Hager and Miners to the offset eye to the right, and they hand it off to Miner. Miner, huge hole up the middle, across the 35, now down to the 30. A 1st down run there as he picks up 8 inside the 30. In fact, they're going to down his knee right at the 30-yard lines where they'll mark it. A nice pickup there by Max Miner. 1st down Westlake, and this is exactly what the offense needed to do. Milk some clock like their counterpart, the Pearland offense did. 1st down and 10 as Westlake trails 7-0, 2:45 remaining in the quarter.
Good play by the offensive line, opening that hole. Jarrett Stewart on the stop, but a good gain by Miner.
Offset eye to the right, a receiver each way. Now Etier goes in motion from the near side to the far side. The handoff up the middle and stuck right in the backfield. A nice play right there coming up and making the grab on Max Miner. And it was Ollie Summers, one of the outside linebackers. Ollie Summers coming in and just laying the wood on Max Miner and stuck him right at the 30-yard line.
Well, I mentioned on the play before, the offensive line to open up a hole on that play. They did not get to the linebacker coming in. In that case, it was Ollie, and he makes the stop.
Walker split out wide to the right. That's Mike Walker. 2 wide receivers. Schaefer is the slot receiver here to the near side right. Etier split out wide to the left. Now they go with the screen pass, and Miner is wide open. Miner at the 25-yard line, trying to shake a tackle, falls forward to the 22, and he is about 2 yards shy of a 1st down. Nice play by Max Miner.
It was a good play because he flared out to the right flat right away, and he was open, and Nick Foles saw him, got it to him right away, and had it not been for Nick Sign, he would have picked up the 1st down, but number 7, the left corner, came up, grabbed an ankle, held on, and got Miner down.
Well, they got this 4-2-5 set, and they're really doing a great job with their linebackers, are the Pearland defense. They're not letting anything over the middle, but everything to the far side and near side of the field has been open for Nick Foles, and he's been efficient with his passing. 2 wide receivers to the far side right. That's the short side. Now Etier going in motion here to the near side. Out of the shotgun, Nick Foles flanked by a back on each side, and they'll hand it off to Bron Hager. Hager breaking tackles inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line, and that's where he will be brought down. 1st down and goal Westlake. An impressive run right up the gut by Bron Hager.
Good play again by the offensive line. They're getting good blocks. They open that up. Bron Hager jumped across the line of scrimmage, sidestepped one player, ran through the hands of another, and it was number 6, Jarrett Stewart, who held on to get him down, but a good run by Hager. The ball squarely at the 10-yard line.
The Chaps knocking on the door, 1:02 remaining in the quarter. 7-0 Pearland. Back, and they toss it to the near side. Student body left. Max Minor trying to make a move towards the 10-yard line out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 9 for a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and goal from the 9 coming up for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, Minor had a decision to make. He could have gone wide, which is where that play was designed to go, but nothing was working there, and he probably would have lost some yardage had he not cut it back inside and was able to pick up about a half yard. So actually they're spotting it right back at the 10, so no gain, but no gain is better than a loss.
Andy Spears will split out wide to the right along with Minor and Etier. Trips to the far side right. Schaefer, the low man, here to the short side of the field to the near side left. Out of the gun. Foles looking, firing towards the end zone. Wide open is Jordan Etier. Touchdown, Westlake.
Excellent play by Nick Foles and the offense. That time Foles rolls just a little to his left, and he can see number 37, Etier, curled around in the middle of the end zone. Nobody near him, and Nick Foles throws it on a frozen rope to number 37.
Pearland does it on the ground. Westlake does it through the air. Together, not a bad little delivery system we got rolling here in the holiday season. Justin Tucker on for the extra point. And it will be Etier to hold. The snap is down, and it was a low snap, but it hits the upright. Does it go through? No, it doesn't. It was a low snap, and Etier could not handle it, and that could be huge. The point after touchdown missed, and it's only the 3rd time Justin Tucker has missed an extra point. With 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter, it's Pearland 7, Westlake 6. Back in a moment, this is Westlake football.
Gets to the 5. Young. Touchdown, Texas. Touchdown, Big John.
Bevo D. It's your ticket to Longhorn heaven.
The Texas Longhorns are college football's national champions.
With your subscription to Bevo D, you can watch last year's championship game and exclusive interviews and matchups from this year's title defense. Just tune to channel 1122 and follow the on-screen instructions to get your ticket punched for Bevo D.
It's a 13-play, 64-yard drive by the Westlake Chaparrals. Took 4 minutes and 42 seconds off the clock. The point after touchdown was missed after the 10-yard touchdown pass from Nick Foles to Jordan Etier. Etier's 2nd touchdown receiving in as many weeks. He had one last week in the 4th quarter. And the ensuing kickoff by Justin Tucker sails 8 yards deep into the end zone. And once again, Pearland will start from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, an impressive drive by the Chaparrals, and they needed it because Pearland had taken the lead, and they come up with a score, miss the extra point, but they get on the board.
Let's go down to the sidelines. Our 3rd member of the broadcast crew is Rob Durkee, and Rob got to see that low snap on the field goal try, on the extra point try. Was it just a low snap, or did Etier just have trouble handling the football, Rob?
Well, Joe, it was a combination of both of those. It was a low snap, and Jordan Etier couldn't handle it. He dropped it. He picked it up a second time, and Justin Tucker was already on his way, and it just hit the side pole.
Whitaker on 1st down. Huge running room across the 30 to the 35. Cuts it to the far side, to the 40. He's all alone, to the 50, to the 40, 30, and he's finally brought down inside the 25-yard line. A flag comes in late at the end of the play, but a huge game by Fozzie Whitaker all the way down inside the Westlake 20-yard line.
Wow, it looks like right at the 20, so about a 50-yard run by Fozzie Whitaker. We don't know what the penalty is. Mike Atkinson, the referee, will give us a call shortly.
As the Pearland sideline absolutely erupts, Mike Atkinson will trot to the 20-yard line here to face the east side of the stands, and it's going to be a face mask on Westlake. So at the end of the run, they're going to give 5 yards, so it'll move the ball down to the 15 from the 20. A huge gain for Fozzie Whitaker, and a 60-yard run, the 20 to the 20, and that's the kind of damage Coach Long wants to see, but not on one play.
Yeah, and he had about 50 when he started running into some traffic, and he cut it back inside, and that's where a group of Westlake Chaparrals met him and got him down, and that's the end of the first quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter, and it's been fireworks. Westlake through the air, Pearland on the ground, and it all equals to a 7-6 score here from Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. It's Pearland 7, Westlake 6. Back in a moment, this is Westlake football.
Call the Steam Team. We've been cleaning Austin for over 20 years. Call the Steam Team. We've been cleaning Austin for over 20 years.
Quarter in the books here from Kyle Field. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson. Rob Durkee down on the sideline. 7-6, Westlake trailing by 1. The missed extra point on the low snap by Justin Tucker. A 60-yard run by Fozzie Whitaker has Pearland right outside the red zone. From the shotgun set, Sam Proctor will take it himself inside the 10-yard line, down inside the 9, towards the 8. A nice pickup right there from the 15-yard line of about 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3. More importantly, Pearland can move the chains if they advance the ball to the Westlake 5-yard line.
Yeah, on that play, Proctor running through the middle. He hits Victor Kronberg, comes up to meet him, and he doesn't get him down right away and actually ends up running about 4 more yards after the contact.
Fozzie Whitaker with all kinds of moves, and with Proctor, they have 157 rushing yards in just 2 possessions. Incredible effort on the ground. Proctor will keep it himself. He has one man to beat at the end zone, dives across the 5, down to the 1, but he does not get in. And it looked like the saving grace right there in the backfield might have been Riley Orloff. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. It all happened so fast. Proctor about an inch away from the goal line. And here it is on the replay.
Yeah, he looked like he faked it to Whitaker and then took it to the right side and up the middle. And as he neared the goal line, I believe you're right, it looked like it was Johnston, Thomas Johnston,
Thomas
number
Johnston,
44,
making that stop. So now with the chains off the field, it's first and goal just inside the 1-yard line for Pearland. Whitaker the lone setback. They stack the line, and Proctor's going to take it himself. Did he get in? Coming in from the near side, it does not look like he did.
No indication.
He is just shy. No indication just yet. And he will fall shy. No gain on the play, and he really only has to go about not even half a yard. We're serious when we say this. He's about 6 inches from the goal line. Maybe half a football away from a touchdown, but still second and goal for Pearland.
Yeah, and that's where the play started. The last play, ball was placed at about the same spot. So essentially no gain, but when you're this close, it doesn't take much to get in.
So they opt for the quarterback keeper on first and goal. Let's see what they do for second and goal. They split out Carlton to the far side right. Carlton Johnson, again, the lone receiver in the package.
Fumble.
And now a fumble, and does Westlake have it? Fumble on the play, and will the Chaps have it? There's no indication. And Atkinson, Mike Atkinson saying Pearland fell back on it. So this close to the goal line, that backs Pearland up a yard, and it's third down and goal, and a huge play here for Sam Proctor and company. And just like that, Tony Heath wants to talk about it. We'll take a timeout here. 9:52 remaining in the first half. It's Pearland 7, Westlake 6. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has up to 150 extra college football games. Key matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football. Order now.
The backfield, and when I say that, there are 4 guys in the backfield. They run the wishbone on third and goal. Proctor's hit at the goal line. Did he get in? No, he did not. Third down and goal, and now Pearland has to make a decision. A huge stop here on the goal line by the Chaparrals.
Ball's out about the 1-foot line, probably where it started out when they they started this attempt to get it into the end zone, and they're looking over to the head coach, Tony Heath. It looks like he's going to go for it, four down territory. And incidentally, it was Proctor who recovered the fumble on the previous play. He didn't get the exchange cleanly from the center, Kenny, and so now they're going for it on fourth.
So they were on the wishbone again, but Proctor's in the shotgun. Now he goes for it, dives into the end zone, and he goes in with no problem at all. Looked like might have had a little bit of motion, and looked like maybe James Williford moved a hair, but not soon enough. As from the 1 foot line, Sam Proctor gets into the end zone for his first touchdown of the afternoon, his 18th overall, and it's a touchdown for Pearland.
Well, when you got an offense like this and you're that close to the goal line, you like their chances, and it would have been awfully huge if Westlake could have stopped them, but that was not the case.
Robbie Hirsch on for the extra point. Reed Window will hold. The snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. With 9:13 remaining here in the first half, Pearland doubles up on Westlake. Again, it's Pearland 14, Westlake 6. The Chaparrals will get the football on the ensuing kickoff as the Division I 5A state semifinal continues from Kyle Field in 60 seconds. This is Westlake football.
Hi, I'm Bobby Jenkins with ABC Pest and Lawn Services, introducing you to the newest feature of our Total Lawn Care service, the ABC Power Composting Program. With this program, we top dress your lawn with rich organic compost. Our blower allows us to apply an even layer of compost to your lawn to provide needed nutrients to the soil and aid in water retention for your lawn. Our complete care program features top dressing, aeration, fertilization, disease, weed, and insect control. Call 837-9500 today and let ABC get your lawn off to a great start.
Call ABC Pest and Lawn.
Michael Fuentes will kick it off here for the Oilers on the ensuing kickoff after their touchdown drive, and it's a short end-over-end kick that'll be fielded at the 12-yard line, bringing it across the 20. And now still on his feet is Eric Gurman, and Gurman out past the 25-yard line to the 27. A 13-yard return there for Gurman as he angles himself out past the 25-yard line to get Pearland on that drive. 9 plays, 80 yards. It took 3:06 off the clock. His 1-yard touchdown run by Sam Proctor, his first of the afternoon. The point after touchdown was good. It's 14-6. Again, a 8-point lead for the Pearland Oilers. 9:07 remaining here in the first half. It'll be first down and 10 as Westlake moves left to right here in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers to the far side left. In the shotgun is Nick Foles. He's flanked by a back on either side. It's Hager and Miner. In motion is Etier. They roll the pocket here to the near side right. Firing downfield, and it is caught at the 40-yard line. A nice grab right there by Jordan Etier as he moves the ball all the way down to the Westlake the 44-yard line. So just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup right there, and the chains move for Westlake, down 14-6.
Yeah, good play by the offense, and Nick Foles rolls to his right. He sees Jordan Etier running across the field, hits him, and Etier takes it down to the 44, and that's where Jarrett Stewart took him down.
A 17-yard pickup there. A shotgun set again. The offense splits out wide. 2 wide receivers each way. Out of the gun. Foles has plenty of time. Fakes it once, and now a coverage sack as everybody was covered downfield. And Foles will go down inside the 35-yard line at the 34. That didn't feel good. A whole lot of maroon and white on the senior quarterback for the Westlake Chaparrals.
Well, and that's the bad news. They got him. The good news is he had time but couldn't find anybody open, and rather than risk an interception, he eats it. So, you know, you gotta pick your poison there. You don't want to throw the ball with guys hanging on you with a shot at giving them another possession. So they take the loss.
Spears checks out, and Mike Walker checks in. He'll be a part of receiving for 2 wide receivers to the far side left, and now Miner moving to the left out of the backfield. He'll be a 3rd receiver to that far side. Out of the gun after the 10-yard loss. Now moving out of the pocket to the near side is Foles. Looking. He's going to tuck it and run and head out of bounds just outside the 40-yard line. Nice decision-making move right there by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, Nick Foles couldn't find anybody again. He looked like he wanted to go to Schaefer, the tight end, who was lined up wide to the near side of the field. and Schaefer went across the field and came back, but Foles couldn't get it to him, decided to just tuck it and run, picked up a few yards, and right now Westlake is facing a 3rd and about 14.
At 3rd and 14, and you really can never count out the Chaparrals. They've been able to convert on 3rd down and 20. In fact, they did that last week against San Antonio Reagan. Andy Spears will be the wide receiver to the far side left. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. Now Etier going in motion from the wide side right. Out of the gun is Nick Foles. They'll roll the pocket to the left. Foles looking, firing on the run. Has a man, and it's caught. Did Jordan Etier hang on to it? Yes, he did. Good for 17 yards. And Jordan Etier has really come up strong in this drive, catching the football.
Yeah, good pass by Foles as he rolled to his left. The pressure was coming, but he was able to stay away from it and throw the ball across his body to Jordan Etier, who went down low to get it. Jarrett Stewart took him down, but a first down picked up by the Chaps.
With 7:38 remaining here in the first half, Westlake down by 8, Pearland up 14-6 as the huddle breaks on 1st down and 10 as they penetrate Pearland territory. The ball marked at the 42-yard line. Offset eye to the left. 1 wide receiver each way. Foles under center, and he'll hand off for the first time of the drive to Max Miner. Miner getting across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and Andy Spears just absolutely roughed up there. Again, the defense for Pearland really laying it to the Chaparrals in the defensive backfield. And again, Nick Sines coming up and making a huge hit, the 5'11", 155-pound junior. They're not big, but they're fast, and they will lay a hit on you.
Yeah, they are a hitting football team, obviously. As you said, Sines only 155, but he hits bigger than that.
So it will be 2nd down and about 7 as they give him a nice, easy gain of 3 yards up to the 40-yard line. Etier in motion from the far side to the near side. Out of the shotgun is Nick Foles. He takes the high snap, and it might have worked. The handoff goes to Bron Hager, who's still on his feet at the 35-yard line, and the high snap created a delay, which gave Bron Hager a little bit of opening here to the near side right, and he rumbles forward to the 35-yard line. 3rd down and a short 4 coming up for the Westlake Chaparrals.
Good hole opened up by the offensive line on the right side. Hager went through it, and he ran into, looks like Lance Hayes, one of the tacklers on the play, along with Gary Robertson.
So another big-time 3rd down play. They were able to convert on 3rd and 14. Now it's 3rd and a long 3. 2 wide receivers to the far side right, 2 to the near side. Under center is Nick Foles. They delay draw, and Bron Hager is able to get loose. He's across the 35-yard line to the 33, down inside the 30. 1st down yards picked up by Bron Hager, and the ball moves inside the 29-yard line. And Hager losing his helmet as he is tackled inside the 30.
Yeah, losing his helmet and his temper because someone snatched his helmet and no penalty called on that play, and they were trying to get the ball. Somebody grabbed his helmet, and I could see as Hager got up, he was upset because he didn't have his helmet on. He did pick up the 1st down and didn't get a penalty, so it's all good for number 5.
Height for speed is the rotation with one of the flankers, and now speed, that being Andy Spears. He is the wide receiver on the far side left. 2 backs in the backfield. They're offset. Under center is Nick Foles. He rolls the pocket to the near side right. Has some time. Now floating towards the sideline. Fires downfield. And as he went out of bounds is when Nick Foles threw the football. It's incomplete. And only the 3rd incompletion for Nick Foles this afternoon.
And that one was one he threw by design because he had Max Miner along the sidelines, but he was covered, and Foles decided, since he was near the sideline himself, might as well just toss it out of bounds.
2nd down and 10. The ball marked at the Pearland 29-yard line. 5:31 remaining here in the first half. Westlake down by 8. And with all 3 of their timeouts, it's Pearland 14, Westlake 6, 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Backs offset. Now Miner goes in motion out of the backfield here to the near side right. Under center is Nick Foles. 5-step drop. Looking downfield. Has a man, and it's Steven Schaefer. And it looked like that ball may have been tipped as Nick Foles goes down, and goes down hard. Delivering the hit defensively was Matt Sanders.
Yeah, what they did on that play, they brought the linebacker a little bit late. That was Sanders, number 8, from the right side of the defense. And as he comes through, he came through undetected, untouched, and he got to Nick Foles. Forced to throw a little bit high. He was trying to hit Schaefer, couldn't get it to him.
3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions here as Mike Walker, the height, moves into the far side left. Jordan Etier to the near side right. Under center is Nick Foles. Now in motion is Bron Hager out of the backfield to the far side left. Lone setback is Max Miner. 5-step drop. Nick Foles looking, firing to the near side, and it's caught for a first down. And it's Jordan Etier once again. Ooh, and it's real close, maybe about a yard short. I thought maybe that he dove out of bounds at the 19, which is the first down, but he is very close to a first down. The ball is marked right at the 20-yard line, and they need the 19, maybe half a yard for the first.
Yeah, it was a good play by Nick Foles to get it to him. He had a small window to squeeze that into to Etier, who was running to the near side, and he threw it toward the outside, which meant no one but Etier could get it. And it looked like he may be just a little shy, about a half yard shy, as the ball rests on the 20.
So Westlake goes for it on 4th down and half a yard from the Pearland 20-yard line. They need the Oiler 19. Etier in motion, and going for it is big Nick Foles, and he rumbles forward as he lowers his head and his pads. And when you need one, why not 5? First down Westlake at the 15-yard line after the 5-yard pickup by big Nick Foles.
Well, it's a good play, and it's a smart play because you got Andy Theodosis, the center, and Nick Foles. You could see the defense, the way they were lined up. There was no one right over Theodosis, so Nick Foles just followed him for about 5 yards.
14-6, 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Now Clayton Orr in motion from the near side to the far side. He's in there as a blocker, and he opens up a hole for Max Minor. Minor cuts it back upfield at the 10-yard line, and they are very close to the 10. In fact, they'll give them the 10. They need the 5 for a first down. 4:48 remaining here in the first half. Again, Westlake trailing 14-6 over Pearland.
Yeah, good running in heavy traffic by number 28, Max Minor, and he's actually tripped up by Jarrett Stewart, and he went down about 3 yards later, but a good play nonetheless.
A 5-yard pickup for Max Minor. 2nd down and 5. 4.5 minutes remaining as Clayton Orr again is the wide receiver to the far side left. Now Minor going in motion out of the backfield. The low man behind Nick Foles under center is Bron Hager. He'll stay in as a blocker. He fires over to Steven Schaefer, who's at the goal line. Touchdown, Steven Schaefer. Touchdown, Westlake.
Quick hitter to the tight end, number 10, Steven Schaefer, and Nick Foles saw him right away, got it to him in the middle of the field. Schaefer was at about the 5-yard line when he saw that no one was going to contest him. Getting into the end zone, he went in standing up.
The Chaparrals will go for 2 to atone for the missed field goal opportunity, or the missed point after touchdown opportunity in their first touchdown drive, as both teams taking their first 2 drives of the ball game into the end zone. Westlake uncontested in their 2 two-point conversion tries last week against San Antonio Reagan in the Region 4 final. Under center is Nick Foles. They'll hand it to Max Minor. Minor at the goal line, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is good. The Westlake faithful like it, and we've got a tie ball game. With 4:17 remaining in the first half, it's Westlake 14, Pearland 14. The Division I 5A state semifinal continues from Kyle Field in a moment. This is Westlake football.
What can the new spring collection teach us about a retirement plan?
Thank you, parents. Are there any other questions?
Yes, I have a question.
What works for someone else
It's about carpool.
may not work for you. Talk to one of our financial advisors. Together we can achieve uncommon results. Wachovia Securities.
Unbelievable drive, some of the longest drives of the season here for the Westlake Chaparrals. A 13-play drive that started at their own 27-yard line. Again, 5:51 did that drive take off the clock, and it was capped by a 10-yard touchdown pass. The second touchdown pass for Nick Foles. This time he found Steven Schaefer in the back of the end zone. And Justin Tucker will kick it off. It's an end-over-end kick, and it'll bounce at the 11-yard line. Finally controlled, and the ball is loose, and that is a live football. Who has it? And it looks like Pearland, but wow, what an opportunity there, as they were expecting Justin Tucker to drill it out of the back of the end zone. This time, Justin Tucker surprises everybody and kicks it short but high. That allowed the secondary coverage to get downfield in a hurry. The hit was made, the ball came out, and not controlled by Pearland. And boy, Pearland really escapes danger right there. The ball's going to be marked at the 18-yard line, where Pearland will start. First down at 10 4:13 remaining here in the half, and we're all tied at 14 from Kyle Field. Joe, go ahead.
Joey kicked that ball into the wind, and that's what held it up. And the two receivers back there, the two guys going to run it back, couldn't decide who was going to get it.
Sam Proctor under center. The deep setback is Whitaker. They'll hand it off to him. Whitaker about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage when he gets the football. And he rumbles his way across the 20 to the 21. And he reminds me of Adrian Peterson, AD for the Oklahoma Sooners, lines up about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage just to get the ball rolling and to get those legs churning. And Whitaker starts very deep behind his quarterback in his line of scrimmage.
Well, and Whitaker says one of the things that one of his attributes as a running back is good vision. Well, when you're that deep, you can see everything, and that's one of the reasons. And he's quick enough to make up the ground fairly quickly.
Miller along with Roosevelt Weeks split out wide to the right, and Proctor's going to hand it off again. And now on the right side, Whitaker with some room, but not much, as he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Third down very quickly as the clock continues to move. 3.5 minutes remaining in the half, all tied at 14.
Yeah, it looked like Logan Harkness on the left side there, one of the tacklers on the play. We'll check out the replay, but you can see Whitaker dipping inside, then going outside. And as he went outside, that's where he ran into. It was actually Blake Reed, one of the tacklers on the play, and they get him down to Logan Harkness there as well.
Again, Weeks along with Miller on the wide side right. One wide receiver here to the near side left out of the gun on third down, and the handoff will go to Whitaker, and he's wrapped up in the backfield, and they will not get it. And this might be a little too far. He's dropped at the 25-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play, and it's fourth down time, and in comes the punting unit, and this might be the stop the Chaparrals needed.
Yeah.
Jeff Ward mentioned it almost 2 weeks ago, Perry. You don't have to be good, you just have to be okay, and you need a couple of stops.
Exactly, and give Chris Agnes, along with Blake Reed, credit on the stop there. They clogged things up.
Excellent job here by the coaching staff, realizing that they'd like their secondary to regroup in case of the fake. So Westlake takes their first time out of the half. We'll take it with them. Back in 60 seconds, this is Westlake football.
Gets to the 5. Young. Touchdown, Texas. Touchdown, Vince Young.
Bevo D. It's your ticket to Longhorn heaven.
The Texas Longhorns are college football's national champions.
With your subscription to Bevo D, you can watch last year's championship game and exclusive interviews and matchups from this year's title defense. Just tune to channel 1122 and follow the on-screen instructions to get your ticket punched for Bevo D.
Jordan Etier will be the deep man as the punt returner. He will line up right around the 40-yard line. And checking in to punt, it will be Chris Boggs. And Boggs will no doubt hit this from right around his own 15-yard line. And he does. It's a line drive spiraling kick. Looks like a pass, and Etier's got it at the 33-yard line. Cuts it upfield to the 40, to the 45, 50, into Pearland territory. And he will fall down just inside the 45-yard line, and flags are flying. Again, there's a flag laying down at the Westlake 35-yard line, and there's also a flag at midfield at the end of the play.
Yeah, the one at the Westlake 35 does not bode well for the return team. I don't know about the two at midfield.
There might be a face mask at the end of the play. Mike Atkinson will tell us about it. And it is, I believe, holding, as at least that was the initial, maybe an illegal block in the back, as we are 125 feet away from the field here at Kyle Field at the campus of Texas A&M University.
This is rare air.
Indeed.
We're pretty high.
We are the air up there, and that's indeed the call. It'll be a legal block in the back, and I believe that we had dual flags on that. No indication of what the flag was indicating here at the 50-yard line. It will be first down, so they will back it up. A nice return out to the 45-yard line in Pearland territory by Jordan Etier, negated, but still pretty decent field position. They'll start 75 yards away from pay dirt. They'll do it with 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half with the score tied at 14. Under center is Nick Foles. The Chaps move left to right. The handoff to Max Minor. Minor with a hole on the left side, but doesn't get much. Out to the 27-yard line. A pick of a 2. Second down and 8 for the Chaps.
Yeah, he runs it to the left off the tackle, and that's where the defensive end, Ruben Lucas, the 6-foot senior for Pearland, makes a stop. Gain of about 2.
And the big man up in the middle of the defensive tackles, Daniel Shin and DeForester Jones. Again, talking with head coach Tony Heath for the Oilers earlier this week. He is really proud of DeForester Jones. And really, when you think about it, Sam Proctor and Forrest Whitaker get all the love, but the 5'9", 267-pound senior defensive tackle is really plugging up the holes and not allowing Westlake to run much. Out of the shotgun, they spread it out. 3 wide receiver to steer to the near side right. Foles rolling right, fires downfield, has a man, and it's Mike Walker. Walker at the 40, to the 45, and a nice first down catch right there by Mike Walker, who has been there a time or two ever since the John Jay contest when he caught a pass inside the 5-yard line. So Mike Walker picks up huge yardage close to midfield on his first catch of the afternoon, and he brings the ball out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, good play by Foles, rolling to his right, getting away from the pressure, and finding number 82, Mike Walker. The ball now at the 46.
96 seconds remaining as Minor splits out wide to the left out of the backfield. Under center is Foles. 3-step drop, fires over the middle, and it's a one-handed grab by Steven Schaefer. Wow, what a grab. He's still on his feet inside the 40, down inside the 35-yard line to the 34. An amazing catch by the senior tight end.
Well,
no problem, Steven Schaefer.
I'll tell you what, doesn't get any better than that. You throw it, and you want your receiver to have a shot at it, and number 10 going from left to right, puts his left hand up, pulls it in, and then knocks a couple of guys down to get it inside the 35.
Split backs to the backfield. Now Clayton Orr in motion from the near side to the far side. They're going to hand it off to Max Minor, who runs that way. Clayton Orr picking up a block there from Minor. He's inside the 30. And when we see number 19 go in the ball game, and when he goes in motion, as a timeout has been called on the field, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Clayton Orr really is that extra fullback in that situation. And he's really been able to open up holes the 2 times he's been in there and the run play's been called. Max Minor.
Austin musician Wendy Colonna loves to download videos, music, and email her family and friends.
When I'm not on the road, I'm on my laptop, connecting with people all over the world.
That's why Wendy has Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable. With Roadrunner High-Speed Online, Wendy knows she has a secure and reliable internet connection.
Roadrunner and Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable. In your home, in your life. That's the power.
Spears is in there as now, and they have the speed group in the receiving corps with Andy Spears and Jordan Etier on 2nd down and 5.
And if you're going to throw the ball, keep number 10, Steven Schaefer, in mind, because he's got a size advantage over the defensive back for Pearland.
It'll be 2nd down and 5. The ball marked at the Pearland 27-yard line. Etier going in motion from the far side to the near side. All tied at 14. Westlake with the football. The pocket rolls to the right. Foles looking. Plenty of time. Dumps it off to Max Minor, who cannot come up with it along the near sideline. Incomplete pass as Minor could not come up with enough real estate to make the grab, and it will be 3rd down and 5 and a big play here. Now, we look to the south end, or the north end of Kyle Field, which is where the band comes in. Reminds me of, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the north end of Kyle Field. The flagpoles, and the flagpoles, again, not necessarily blowing all that hard, but it is the flags on top of the goalpost facing towards the Westlake Chaparral offensive line. So we'll see if Justin Tucker has an opportunity. 3rd down and 5, backs off set. Play action pass, now going for it is Nick Foles. He had a man who was caught in traffic, and Andy Spears has it. He has it at the goal line. Touchdown Westlake. In between 2 Pearland Oilers, and Nick Foles strikes gold.
I'll tell you what, number 15 has an uncanny knack for getting open, and even if he's not clearly open like he wasn't on that play, Andy Spears, between 2 defenders, goes up, pulls it down at about the 1, and falls across the goal line. Huge play for the Chaparral.
A 27-yard strike for Nick Foles, his 3rd touchdown pass of the half. Justin Tucker on for the extra point. The snap down, the kick up, and the kick is good. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 2-minute offense. With 55 seconds remaining in the first half, it's Westlake 21, Pearland 14. Live from Kyle Field, this is Westlake football.
Oh, hey, honey. How was your day?
Oh, well. With Time Warner Cable, you can get more than a lot of channels.
He's hugging the remote!
Don't hug the remote. You can get Roadrunner high-speed online.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic.
That's exactly why.
Plus unlimited calling.
What?
All on one bill, all with one call. Word will get around.
Honey, what's happening here?
They're kids. They're watching TV.
We don't have kids.
Get a bundle and save a bunch. Call Time Warner Cable today to start saving.
A 6-play, 75-yard drive took 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock, capped by a 27-yard touchdown reception by Andy Spears from Nick Foles, his third of the half. He now has 54 career touchdowns. Again, 4 better than the legendary Drew Brees. It's Westlake 21, Pearland 14. Justin Tucker on for the ensuing kickoff. 55 seconds remaining in the first half from Kyle Field. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson, and now a line drive ground ball kick that hits at the 20-yard line, picking it up for the Pearland Oilers, and it looked like possibly Sam Proctor was in there. Actually, no, it's number 19. Kevin Miller was able to pounce on that. It looked like 15, but it's 19, and we are 125 feet above the field, so bear with us. Here we go down to the sidelines now to Rob Durkee, and Rob, 2 defenders crunch Andy Spears, but somehow the senior wide receiver able to hang on.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. You know, it looked like Andy Spears was going down the field with a streak, but he curved out because the wind got the ball in midair, and he curved out, caught the ball, and was hit once and then hit into the end zone. A great touchdown thrown by Nick Foles and caught by Andy Spears.
Somebody brought their A game. Rob Durkee down on the sidelines. And again, with that touchdown pass, the wind held it up forever, and you really had to wait to see what was going to happen. But somehow Andy Spears came up with it. But Pearland now has it on the Westlake 32-yard, or excuse me, the Pearland 32-yard line. And the handoff is faked, and now Proctor into the open field across the 40. He's very close to a first down, possibly a 9-yard gain as they drop him at the 41-yard line.
Logan Harkness grabbed an ankle and held on. It was a pickup about 9. They're going with a quick huddle here, Joe.
35 seconds and the clock is moving on 2nd down and 1 from the 41 in Pearland territory. Proctor in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers here to the near side right, 1 to the far side. And now the handoff goes to Whitaker. Whitaker has the first down. The clock will stop momentarily as he pushes the ball out past the 45-yard line to the 46. First down and 10, and once the ball is placed, the clock will begin to move with 22 seconds remaining. Now, Pearland has 2 timeouts. Let's see if they elect to use one here after this play. Whitaker will flank Proctor in the backfield. Trips to the far side right, 1 to the near side left. Proctor back to pass. His first pass of the afternoon is complete out into the flat. And again, it's complete downfield, and I believe Kevin Davis is the benefactor. And it will be Kevin Miller, actually, as he advances the ball inside Westlake territory out to right around the 47-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 4.
They call a timeout, Joe.
And they did call a timeout with 8 seconds remaining. We will go ahead and keep it here. We are 8 seconds away from halftime. Westlake up 21-14. They got a defensive stop on the 3rd Pearland possession, and they're able to go down the field in 1 minute 35 seconds. Andy Spears making the circus grab after being hit twice. And as we have the opportunity, we'll go ahead and break it for station identification. Again, 21-14, the Division I state semifinal from Kyle Field. It's Westlake on top of Pearland. This is Westlake football. Five, 4, 3. Welcome you back to Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. 8 seconds remain in the first half. It'll be 2nd down and 3. The ball at the Westlake 47-yard line. Again, 8 seconds remaining in the half. Westlake up 21-14. Pearland with the football. They have called timeout. Their second one of the half. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson, Rob Durkee down on the sidelines. And Perry, again, the wind has picked up, but just an amazing first half of football.
Well, it has been, and it's ending kind of strangely. It's got 8 seconds left, and I'm curious as to why the Pearland Oilers waited so long to call a timeout. They had about 25 seconds or so on the clock. They looked like they were going to run a play, and then they decided to call a timeout. And so it's not very good clock management. They got a chance here for maybe 1-2 plays tops.
Well, now there's a little bit of confusion as Miller along with Carlton. Now everybody switched sides, going from the far side to the near side. And now, exactly, now they line up trips to the near side left, single file at the 47-yard line. The lone man in the backfield out of the gun is Proctor. He's back to pass. The southpaw looks downfield, has a man, and it is juggled and dropped. Dropped at the 10-yard line, and a step on William Sayers, and it looked like Carlton Johnson. And Carlton Johnson had the step on Sayers, but ran out of real estate and could not haul the football in. 2 seconds left. Time for one more shot at the end zone for Proctor and company.
Yeah, and they had an empty backfield, and you said it. They had trips to the left, and they were lined up one behind the other, so you knew they were going to throw it. But that pass was thrown out of bounds. They'll do it again on this play.
Indeed, it'll be trips to the near side left in single file at the 47-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far side right as Pearland spreads it out. Proctor back to pass. Now he's going to run it, a la Vince Young. And he juggles and tries to juke Thomas Johnston, and that doesn't work as Johnston does the job and forces him to the far sideline. It was a first down run, but the half expires. And Westlake and Pearland go into the locker room. The Chaparrals with a 7-point lead, up 21-14. And it's time for the Bay Club at Falcon Point Ranch halftime show. We invite you to stay tuned. But right now, we go down to the sideline to our own Rob Durkee, who's with head coach Derek Long.
Thanks, Joe. A very great first half for the offense, coach. But we need a little bit more points to complete this game, and the defense needs to hold them a little bit.
Well, the defense got a big hole there the last time, and this is a good offensive team. That's why they're the Region 3 champs, and it's going to be a dogfight all afternoon. The offense can't go in there and relax. They got to be ready to play. Defense got to come out just like they were, and we got to get some stops like we did the first half.
And is there any other big plays that we need to do to stop Fozzie?
I don't know. Any suggestions?
Well, not right now, but I'll be sure to get some.
If you got some, let us know. He's a good running back. That's why he's going to UT. The quarterback's a good running back, and we're gonna keep trying to work to stop him.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck in the second half. Thank you, Joe.
Hey, thanks, Rob Durkee. And again, our laughter comes because that might be the most fired up Derek Long halftime interview in quite some time. Well, he is very intense right now.
And he should be because, his team they trailed 7-0. They get a touchdown. They miss the extra point. And then they give up another touchdown. They trail 14-6. They go down, they score a touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion to tie. Then they take the lead. So he's seen his team change as it needed to step up to what Pearland threw at him. And right now, the Westlake Chaparrals have a 7-point lead.
They do, and they have the 7-point lead because of the stop by the defense. They gave their offense the opportunity it needed to take the lead here in the second quarter, and they did so. Again, your halftime score from Kyle Field, home of the 12th man. Welcome to Aggie Land on the campus of Texas. And we welcome you back to the second half. Welcome to Aggie Land, home of the 12th man on the campus of Texas A&M University. We are at Kyle Field, high atop Kyle Field. And now before the second half kickoff, let's go down to the sidelines. And our own Rob Durkee is with senior captain Matt Nader. Actually, we'll get to that in just a moment. Again, Rob's still trying to cycle through the band. It's a short apron, and it looks like Matt Nader is going to go out to the 50-yard line, and we'll go ahead and hold off on that. And while we have the opportunity, we welcome you back to the broadcast here, high atop Kyle Field, as Matt Nader is going to march out with the officials. It'll be Matt Nader along with DeForester Jones meeting at the middle, and after Matt again meets with Jones at the middle, we will hopefully grab a quick thought from him. But looking at the first half stats brought to you by the Westlake Picayune, again, pretty impressive on both sides of the football. Total offense for the Pearland Oilers. They've run 28 plays and gained 202 yards, 195 of those on the ground, and again only 2 passing plays. And Sam Proctor is 1 for 2 for just 7 yards passing. Quite the opposite for the Westlake Chaparrals. They've run the ball 15 times for 47 yards, and Nick Foles is 12 of 17 with 3 touchdown passes for 167 yards. And here's the big number of the first half, in my opinion. It's all about keeping the drives alive, Perry Watson, and keeping the chains moving. And Westlake, on third down conversions, they are 6 of 7, while Pearland is just 2 of 5.
And Joe, third down is the money down, because that's where you make decisions about whether or not you get to kick the ball or you keep running it.
Indeed. Well, it looks like Matt Nader has eluded our sideline reporter, and he's an elusive cat right now. And Rob Durkee's trying to catch up with him, and we'll try to get to him in just a moment. In fact, before the kickoff, let's go ahead and head it down to the sidelines. Rob Durkee is with Matt Nader. And Rob, talk to us, Big Matt. How are things going outside of the locker room? Well, we apologize. We're having some technical difficulty there with our microphone to young Rob, but nonetheless, we will give you the opening kickoff here to the second half. It's Westlake 21, Pearland 14, as we try to bring you the thoughts of Matt Nader, but unfortunately, we are unable to air it. It will be the second half kickoff, and Westlake will receive it as they lost the coin toss, and it looks like Joey Feste has caught the ball at the 25-yard line, out past the 30, and he'll be dropped at the 31-yard line. So Westlake will have the opportunity. Again, looking at the rushing totals for the Westlake Chaparrals, Max Miners carried the ball 7 times for 23 yards. Braun Hager's carried it 5 times for 23 yards. And Nick Foles, again, 3 carries for 1 yard. And again, he was part of that 10-yard sack. And on the receiving end, Jordan Etier has caught 5 balls, 3 of those balls on third down to move the chains. He has been a big target on third down. 5 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown. Max Miners caught 3 passes for 24 yards. Steven Schaefer, 2 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown. Andy Spears, 1 catch for 27 yards and the touchdown. Again, 21-14 in the first play from scrimmage is a run play to Braun Hager. Hager out past the 33 to the 35-yard line. A nice run right there as we open the second half here from Kyle Field.
And they just run straight ahead with Hager. Ruben Lucas, the defensive end for Pearland, makes the stop, but Hager picks up about 4 yards, almost 5 on the play. So a good first down play for Westlake.
Again, an update from Texas Stadium in the second half. Again, deep into the third quarter, possibly into it is now a final, actually. Wow, it is 38-0, and that's the final as they played during the halftime. So they played a quick second half. Nick Foles under center, rolling to the right. On second down, he fires to the flat, and it's complete to Braun Hager, who takes on a hit and just keeps ticking. He's right at the marker, which is the 41-yard line in Westlake territory, and it looks like he picked it up.
Yeah, the tough young man is Braun Hager. Lance Hayes, the outside linebacker, met him just as he caught the ball and turned to move upfield, but Hager plowed ahead and got close enough for a measurement. The officials have called a timeout, and Mike Atkinson and crew are measuring right now, and we'll see if they picked it up. But Braun Hager did a good job of picking up what little yardage he could get after the catch, because the linebacker Hayes was there to meet him.
Atkinson and company have called an official timeout to measure, and it looks like they are just shy of the first down, maybe about an inch or 2, and it will be third and...
Wait a minute, an inch or 2 as far up as we are, you can tell it's an inch or 2? You've been eating your carrots.
I've got beta-carotene. Wow, it's all about beta-carotene.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I can see from up here, man. It's an adjustment. It's an adjustment, but if it's here. I mean, Galileo made this thing. I might as well use it. I mean, I'm up here, and you know, if I point it north, I can see the stars.
Galileo.
Yeah, there's only 8 planets now. That's how far up we are.
Wow.
I can't see Pluto. That's the only thing I can't see, and that's not even a planet anymore.
But I can see the ball just shy of the 41-yard line, so they need about 3 or 4 inches to get it.
Well, anything you can see, I guess we can all see. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, and they're going to go ahead and quarterback sneak it. Yeah. And Nick Foles takes his 6'5.5" body across the marker and picks up the first down. Again, 21-14, Westlake with the football. We are just underway here in the second half. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson. Rob Durkee down on the sideline as Clayton Orr checks into the ballgame on first down at 10. And the ball is marked right at the Westlake 42-yard line as Jordan Etier checks out.
And we can tell you that the wind is behind the Westlake Chaparrals, and if they throw the ball, they don't have to worry about the floater we saw for the touchdown to Andy Spears.
2 wide receivers here to the near side left, 1 to the far side right as Westlake moves right to left, and the handoff out of the gun goes to Braun Hager. Hager charging across the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 yards for Braun Hager as he was all guns blazing across the 45 along that right side of the offensive line. And really stepping up there was Patrick Dupuy and Dusty Davidson. They ran to that big side of the offensive line, and it's good for 5 yards.
I'll tell you what, number 5, Braun Hager runs with a purpose and a lot of determination. He runs into Daniel Shin, the defensive tackle, but was able to move him forward as well.
Second down and 5 from the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield, out of the gun, and the handoff is fake. Now going downfield, and wide open is Max Miner, and he can't make the catch. Wax Minor was open at the 35-yard line. He had nothing but green in front of him. On the play was Chris Landry, the 5'9", 160-pound junior, but he had about 3 yards to go to catch up with Max Minor, and that one is just a concentration error.
Well, I'll tell you what, Nick Foles rolling slightly to his left, throws it as Minor goes from the right hash across to the left hash, and the passes, and you could see him clearing, getting some separation from the defensive back, but Foles led him just a little bit too much.
Southlake Carroll has already punched their ticket to the Division I 5A state championship game with their defeat of Allen. They shut him out. Now rolling to the near side and firing downfield is Nick Foles. That pass is caught at the 44-yard line by Stephen Schaefer, his 3rd catch of the afternoon, and it's good for a first down.
I tell you what, that's a money play because you've got the 6'3", 6'4", Schaefer, the tight end, going up against on that play. Number 25 is Lance Hayes, a 5'8" linebacker, and I like my chances with Schaefer on that play.
Westlake continues their drive into Pearland territory, just inside the Oiler 44. 2 wide receivers to the far side right, and now the toss play to Max Minor to the far side. He's running, trying to get around the corner, and he does. He's at the line of scrimmage before he is met by a ton of white shirts on the far side. Excellent pursuit right there by the Oiler defense.
Yeah, they were led by the linebacker Lance Hayes along with the free safety Jared Stewart, and they caught Minor as he turned the corner. He was only able to pick up 1 because they strung it out.
Spears checks out, Mike Walker checks in, and it will be a 3rd down and 9 play as they give Minor a gain of a yard on the play. Walker will split out wide to the right. 2 wide receiver here to the near side left. Again, split out wide is Jordan Etier, and Stephen Schaefer in the slot left. Backs off set in the eye. And now rolling the pocket. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up, and firing into the flat is Nick Foles. And Foles is absolutely hammered. And is that a backwards pass?
No, it's incomplete.
No, it's not.
Side. Yeah, he wasn't,
right now,
it wasn't a forward pass.
Yeah, you could see that going nuts on the far side was the Pearland coaching staff, and right there in front was Tony Heath. And Heath is saying, that's a backwards pass, it's a fumble, it's our ball, it's our ball. But no, it's not. It's Westlake ball, and it will be 3rd down and 9.
And there was some added pressure on Nick Foles as he threw that, and you could see number 28, Max Minor, clearing out in the right flat, but he had a man on him, and Foles was trying to get it high enough to get it beyond the defender. Well, he got it beyond Minor as well.
7 of 8 are the Westlake Chaparrals on 3rd down. They'll need 9 out of the gun. Flanked in the backfield by Bron Hager is Nick Foles. 2 wide receivers each way. Foles back to pass. Here comes the blitz. He shakes it, fires downfield. The pass is caught and dropped by Max Minor. 4th down coming up for Westlake. And nice blitz right there. Converging were the outside linebackers, Lance Hayes and Matt Sanders, and they punched Nick Foles right in the mouth, right around midfield, and he was somehow able to shake both tackles just to get the pass off.
He got it off, and Minor was near the first and 10 marker, but he couldn't come down with it, and a defender was there to make sure he didn't. So it just wasn't a play that was going to work for the Chaps.
So now we will see Justin Wang, who's averaging right around 41 yards a punt, and he'll hit this right around midfield and try to pin the Oilers deep. The snap is back, and he'll hit it from right around the 48-yard line. A high spiraling punt, and it will drop at the 5, take a Westlake bounce, and wow, rolling inside the 5-yard line, and Westlake will down it at the 4. And that's the equalizer, folks. The kicking game for Westlake, whether it's Justin Tucker kicking off and pinning the offense at the 20-yard line every single time, or whether it's Justin Tucker, who only averages about, well, a little less than a punt per game for the Westlake Chaparrals. That time, the senior punter comes up huge, and he downs the ball inside the 10-yard line at the 4.
Well, Wang did his job. Now it's up to the defense to make them pay because they're inside the 5.
1st down and 10 for the Pearland 4. It'll be Proctor along with Whitaker. Proctor under center, and they'll run it to Whitaker here to the near side. And Whitaker is tackled immediately after a 1-yard gain out to the 5-yard line. William Sayers, the first man on the scene to knock down Fozzie.
Yeah, good play by Sayers. Also Thomas Johnson. They actually high-load him. Johnson hit him low, and Sayers hit him high.
Pearland moving left to right as we play here in the 3rd quarter. 8:13 remaining here from Kyle Field. 1/2 of the state championship in the books as the 38-0 defeat of Allen at Southlake Carroll, along with head coach Todd Dodge, going to the finals yet again. The issue still in doubt here from Kyle Field, and Fozzie Whitaker trying to make the difference along the left side. He dances out past the 5 to the 7, and it'll be brought down at the 8-yard line. And a huge 3rd down play here for the Pearland Oilers. And there is no secret to the Pearland offense. They know it's either 2 or 15, and when you only have to stop 2 people, it's easy to play call on the defense.
Yeah, it is, but as you know, it's been tough for people to stop them all year long, but the Chaps are hoping they can do it on this critical third down play.
Proctor will back up into the gun. 1 wide receiver to the far side left, 2 here to the near side right. And they'll go with the zone read. Proctor will keep it, and he has a huge hole. He's across the 15. First down yardage and more, and Proctor will be brought down right at the 20-yard line. A huge run right there. Brad Ballou along with William Sayers and Aaron Pettis on the stop.
Yeah, and you can see on that play they fake it to Whitaker, and that always draws some attention, and it takes just enough of the defense's attention away from the ball carrier, in that case Proctor. He gets outside, moves it across for the first down.
Proctor and company down 7, 21-14 here with 7:18 remaining here in the third quarter from Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. Under center is Proctor, backs off set of the eye. The lead blocker is Williford, now going in motion, and it will be a motion penalty. And I say going in motion, it was Kevin Poole moving from the near side to the far side, and everybody flinched. This is the third motion penalty, and it will be a false start on Pearland. That'll back them up 5 yards. First down and 15, and this is reminiscent of the first play of the game. First down and 10 from the Pearland 20-yard line, and Pearland commits a motion penalty.
Twice.
So now it'll be first down and 15. The ball at the 15-yard line. Blake Reed checks in late with the play, and Pearland breaks the huddle. Out of the gun, flanked by Whitaker, is Proctor. 2 wide receivers here to the short side, and now a zone read. Proctor stops, fires, and that pass is over the head of Roosevelt Weeks, and it is out of bounds. And right now, it happened here on the Westlake sideline. I know the Pearland sideline would like to see pass interference, but that pass was nowhere near catchable.
No, it looked like it was Logan Harkness that dropped back into coverage. It looked like on the play, and he was on the sideline, and the pass was too high, couldn't be caught.
6:39 remaining here in the third quarter. It'll be second down and 15. The ball at the Oiler 15-yard line. Proctor looking to the sidelines. A couple of substitutions coming in late. And Kevin Miller has checked in, the 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. Had 18 catches for 227 yards and a touchdown coming into this one. He will split out wide to the left. Proctor out of the gun. The southpaw will fake the zone read, and he'll take it himself. Huge hole up the middle across the 25. And he breaks loose at the 28-yard line and finally brought down at the 30, right at the first down marker. Ryan Swope, and along with Mark Daniel on the stop.
Yeah, that play, just one of those plays where, again, he fakes it to Whitaker, runs it up the middle, picks up good yardage. The guy's a tall, angular quarterback at about 6'2", 6'3", and first contact looked like it was made by Brad Ballou, and then he got help from his friends.
15-yard pickup for Proctor, and the first down as the chains move. 21-14, Westlake up by 7. Their opening drive of the second half stalled, but a nice punt by Justin Wang pinned the Pearland offense deep. But the running of Whitaker and Proctor, and they're operating first down and 10 from their own 30. The handoff goes to Whitaker. He cuts it back up left field, has some room to the 40, to the 45, to midfield, and he's finally ushered out of bounds by Blake Reed. Blake Reed out by the 50-yard line, and Reed kind of gave him a little shove as he was leaving the field of play and into his own sideline.
And the coaching staff for Pearland pleading their case, but I think it was an inadvertent hit. It wasn't a malicious hit, and I think he got there, and the guy just went down because of the bump, but it was a slight bump at that, and obviously the officials didn't feel like there was any intent there to really try to hammer him.
An 18-yard pickup there, and the ball is marked just shy of midfield at the Pearland 48-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. Again, Pearland trailing by 7, 21-14. Williford along with Whitaker flanking Proctor out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the far side left. They'll run the zone read, and Proctor will keep it. He has some room up the middle. Gains of 2 yards to midfield and falls down at the 50. And making the shoestring grab up front was Thomas Johnston out of his inside linebacker position.
Yeah, good play by Johnston, because Whitaker had just gotten beyond the line of scrimmage and was moving into the middle of the field where number 44, the linebacker, Thomas Johnston, grabbed him by the ankles and pulled him down.
They'll give him the Westlake 49, will Mike Atkinson's crew. So it will be second down. They pick up 4. Technically 3.5, so it'll be second down and a long 7, and they run the wishbone look again in the backfield. 4 Oilers in the backfield, and they hand it off to Whitaker. Whitaker, not much room there. He's trying to escape a tackle, and what a hit by William Sayers, as Sayers is able to stay with Whitaker. He fought him off, and Fozzie tried to get around him, couldn't shake him, and Sayers staying with Fozzie Whitaker, and he brought him down, again, back behind the 50-yard line, so they back things up. Do the Westlake Chaparral defense, and where will the ball be marked? Right around the 48-yard line. So An interesting spot right there is maybe they called Fozzie Whitaker's forward progression down, but he went down well inside the 50-yard line on the Pearland side of the field, but they gave him the 48. So officially a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 5. The handoff goes to Whitaker. Whitaker around the near end, across the 40, and he's finally dropped inside the 35-yard line all the way down to the 32-yard line. And Perry, go back to that play. It looked like Fozzie Whitaker had been wrapped up in the backfield, and they did not give him a spot. They gave him a gain of 2 yards.
Exactly. William Sayers hit him. He got away. Sayers continued after him, wrapped him up, and he was behind. He was inside the 50, and they gave it where he initially hit him, which is a strange call.
Indeed, and it actually gave Pearland the breathing room it needed, and it was an interesting 3rd down and 5. It should have been 3rd down and about 8, as he lost 3 eventually, but it looks like the whistles blew at first contact. Either way you slice it, it's a 1st down for Pearland. 1st down at 10 from the Chaparral 32-yard line. Power eye set in the backfield. The handoff goes to Whitaker. Doesn't have anywhere to go to, and a beautiful play right there. Coming in from the near side was Aaron Pettis, and that young man, part of our Chaps of the Week, our trio of junior defenders, and he has really stepped up, and he has shown the ability to tackle a running back all by himself.
Absolutely. He did it last week against Marcus Wright at San Antonio Reagan, and he does it here on Fozzie Whitaker, and Whitaker's trying to turn the corner. Number 20, Aaron Pettis, comes up, meets him by himself, and takes him down.
That time they moved the ball back a yard. 2nd down and 11. They spread it out, do the Oilers. 2 wide receivers each way out of the gun, and now movement early on the offensive line, and it looked like on the far side, Corey Bauman, the 6'4", 258-pound senior, was the first one to flinch.
Yeah, when you weigh 258 and you started moving forward, you can't back it up.
Hey, we may be 125 feet away, but we can see a big man like that moving early.
Absolutely, and he flinched, and his flinch continued.
And that is the 4th motion penalty in the game for the Pearland Oilers. That'll back them up 5. The ball now marked at the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 16. 3:29 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Westlake leading Pearland 21-14. Southlake Carroll is in the Division I state championship game. They'll await the winner of this one here from Kyle Field. Out of the gun, and the spread offense look. The zone read will go to Proctor. Nice block on Orloff in the backfield. Now trying to escape is Proctor. He does. He's across the 30-yard line. He is nowhere near the 1st down marker, but he does get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he gains about 2 yards inside the original line of scrimmage down to the 30. So it will be 3rd down and a long 8. And Robbie Hirsch is warming up on the sideline, trying to get ready, but if I know Coach Heath, and talking with him earlier this week, Perry, it's going to be difficult to make the 4th down decision here and not go for it.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, and speaking on that play, it was Brad Ballou who got Proctor out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, or he would have picked up the 1st down and more.
Reed Wendell split out wide to the left. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. Out of the gun on 3rd down and 8. They run the zone read, and it's Proctor once again. Proctor at the 25-yard line, but he's dropped 3 yards shy of the marker.
And give William Sayers a lot of credit, because number 27 comes up from his strong safety position, and he's meeting Proctor one-on-one, and he takes him down at about the 25-yard line. Proctor looking now to the sideline, and Coach Tony Heath trying to decide what they're going to do. Obviously, they're going to go for it.
Now they're sending in a couple of units here, and not too sure what the substitution is, but neither the quarterback or the running back, Proctor and Whitaker, are leaving the field. So it's 4th down and a long 2. They need the 22. They're on the 24. They run the wishbone set in the backfield once again. The only difference is Proctor is in the backfield, and he will run it. Student body right. He's running to the near side, to the 35. Did he pick it up? He is very close. They get the 22, but again, it was a long 4th down and 2.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Heath and his coaches on the far side trying to plead with the official over there where the spot should be, and they're throwing up a 4th down marker on the far side. We'll see what they do. They're going to obviously measure it. It's third. That was 3rd down, but
no, it was 4th down.
I'm sorry, 4th down, but now they're going to bring it all the way across from the other side, bring the chains over for the measurement. So this is going to be tight.
And Mike Atkinson is blocking the football, but as I peek down there, the ball is resting in between the 23 and the 22. The nose of the football just shy of the 22-yard line, and they stretch out the chains. And it is a 1st down by half a football.
That's close.
That is a very close spot.
Yeah.
And hats off. They run the student body right play, and Proctor keeps it as they run with 4 backs in the backfield in that wishbone set. And again, it's kind of a different looking wishbone set. It's more like the run and shoot that the Houston Cougars used to run, again, back in the days of their Heisman Trophy winner. And they do it again. The run and shoot look, And Proctor out of the gun. They run it, and Proctor is the best running back on the field right now. But that time, the Chap defense relentless as they go sideline to sideline. And again, it's William Sayers in on the hit along with Blake Reed.
Yeah, Blake Reed got there first. Couldn't quite get him down, but he slowed him down, and that's where William Sayers came in and cleaned up on the far side. Good play by 64 and 27. Reed and Sayers.
Jaron Guevara in the ballgame now as an outside linebacker. We saw a lot of Guevara last week as he replaces Riley Orloff. And again, just a number of substitutions on defense to try to keep fresh legs and athletes on the field. Out of the gun, it'll be more of a traditional West Coast offense set now. Two backs flanking Proctor. They'll run the zone read, and Proctor will keep it at the 20 to the 15, cuts it back outside, and he's brought down by Ryan Swope right inside the 13-yard line, right around the 12. He's close to a first down, just outside the 11-yard line.
Yeah, good play by Swope because Proctor had big room moving off to the left side and was able to just about get it to the first down marker. And I don't know if they're going to call for a measurement, but they're close.
It's third down and a short one, as that was second down and 10. As no gain on first down, second down, or no gain, I should say, on second down. That was, and now it will be third down and less than one. Again, that power eye look in the backfield now. Williford, the lead back, Whitaker, the deep set. And the handoff will go to Whitaker. Whitaker running into tacklers immediately, but he has enough for the first down as he marches his way down inside the 12, down to the 11-yard line, and it's close.
Yeah, I think he got it. It looked like Thomas Johnston made the stop.
They eyeball it, do Mike Atkinson's crew, and they award the first down to the Pearland Oilers. It's first down and 10. The ball marked at the Westlake 11-yard line. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Westlake still on top, 21-14.
Well, you know what you're going to get here, Joe.
Indeed, and it's been very successful rushing in the second half for Sam Proctor. He has been the threat out of the backfield. Whitaker has been a nice addition, and this time they will run it to Whitaker right up the gut. Whitaker trying to knife his way through inside the 10. He does, down to the 9 and brought down at the 8.
Yeah, it looked like it, again, might have been Thomas Johnston getting a hand on him to get him down, but we're not seeing Whitaker with a burst that he had before because they haven't been running him that much either. They've been going a lot with Proctor.
Well, again, nobody has scored here in the second half, and Westlake has only had the ball one time, and this is the first opportunity for Pearland, and the clock is dwindling down, and this might be the final play of the third quarter. Each team only having one possession. So we end the third quarter. We raise 4 fingers into the air here at the home of the 12th man in Aggieland at Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. The Division I 5A state semifinal between the Region 3 champions and the Region 4 champions, Pearland and Westlake, moves into the fourth quarter. Your score, Westlake 21, Pearland 14. No scoring going on in the third quarter, and we'll see. It'll be second down and 6 from the Chaparral 8-yard line when we come back in 30 seconds. This is Westlake football.
Down by 6, driving into the enclosed part of the horseshoe with a record crowd of over 105,000 mostly hostile fans. It's second down and 9 at the 24-yard line. Number 10 waiting for the snap, has him back to pass, looking, a lot of time, Lawson into the corner, it's caught, it's a touchdown, what a catch, leaping for it, he hauls it in the corner.
Great pass, great route, great time for Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Switch sides, and it will be Pearland now moving right to left as Pearland comes out in the fourth quarter. Second down and 6. The ball marked at the Chaparral 8-yard line. The first down marker is the 2, and Pearland trails by 7. Westlake leading 21-14 here in the battle of Region 3 and Region 4 here in the state semifinal. The winner will play South Lake Carroll for the state championship in the Alamo Dome next Saturday night. Proctor out of the gun. And they're going to keep it with Proctor on the zone read, and making the shoestring grab in the backfield is Cameron Nichols, our Chap of the week, coming up huge there, and he makes the shoestring grab on Proctor, and it's a 3-yard loss back to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. Cameron Nichols, the linebacker, didn't bite on the fake, and he shot through on the left side of the defense and was able to get the ankle of Proctor to get him down.
Again, the first down marker is at the 2-yard line. It's third down and 11. A big play here for the Pearland offense. They break the huddle. Power eye look at the backfield. James Williford, the lead blocker. Now Westlake showing an 8-man front. They loaded up, and a fumble and the ball is still loose. The ball is loose around the 15-yard line. And Westlake might have it. No, it looks like Mike Atkinson has pointed the direction of the Oilers, and a huge break right there for Pearland. That's the third time the offense has put the ball on the ground, and they have recovered all 3 times, but that is a 5-yard loss. 4th down coming up, and it looks like the field goal unit will check in, and the yellow-shoed Robbie Hirsch is checked into the ball game to try to kick a field goal. Now, his longest field goal of the season, Perry, has been 32 yards. He's perfect, though. A perfect 6 of 6. And he will hit this right around his own 22-yard line.
Well, the holder is Reed Wendell. He's a quarterback.
So a 32-yard attempt. This will match his season long. Robbie Hirsch, who wears the unfamiliar 92. The snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 10:31 remaining in the 4th quarter, Pearland strikes first here in the second half with a 32-yard field goal by Robbie Hirsch. It's Westlake 21, Pearland 17, and we'll be back to Kyle Field in 60 seconds. This is Westlake football.
To run a successful business, you need to keep your customers happy, your employees productive, and your bottom line growing. Time Warner Cable Business Class can help. From dedicated high-speed access to cable TV, our communication solutions protect your critical data and provide real-time news and information.
Welcome back to Aggie Land. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson. Rob Durkee down on the sidelines. Again, Robbie Hirsch has put his team back into position. Now the Pearland Oilers are down 4. It's 21-17 on Hirsch's 32-yard field goal. He is now 7 of 7 on the season, and a short kickoff here, and it will be fielded at the 22-yard line. It's Max Minor at the 25-30, 35, and now he finally falls down just shy of the 40-yard line, right around the 39. So again, good field position here for the Westlake offense, who have not seen the light of day in the last 9 minutes of the ball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defense for Westlake stepped up because the ball was being moved down the field against them by the Pearland offense, and they gave up the 3 points, but they didn't give up the touchdown that Pearland was looking for.
A 20-play, 10-minute drive capped by a 32-yard field goal by Hirsch. Again, a 90-yard drive to get to that point to convert on the field goal. Now Westlake will get the ball for the second time. They punted in the 3rd quarter, and now they regroup here with 10:24 remaining in the ballgame. The handoff, and now the ball is fumbled by Max Minor, and recovering it immediately, Johnny on the spot is Nick Foles, and the first time Westlake Chaparrals have shown a little inconsistency, and they haven't had the ball in 10 minutes. Maybe there's a little rust.
Yeah, well, they need to get rid of it because on that play, Minor got the exchange from Foles, okay, and the ball was knocked out by the first defender who got in to try to make the tackle, and Nick Foles happened to be where the ball came in. He picked it up.
Well, the original line of scrimmage was the 38. They back it up, and it's now 2nd down and 15 from the 33-yard line. Shotgun set, Minor out of the backfield in motion here to the near side. Foles back to pass, fires across the middle, wide open is Steven Schaefer, and it's off to the races. He cuts it back in midfield to the 45, still on his feet at the 40, and he takes on a trio of Pearland tacklers, and he is now down inside the 40-yard line to the 36.
I'll tell you what, they picked up the backside blitz on the left side of the Westlake offense as Nick Foles rolled to his right, and he finds Steven Schaefer across the middle, a fingertip catch by number 10. He shakes the tackler and then moves the ball across the field inside the 40. Big play by the tight end for Westlake.
A 31-yard pickup for Steven Schaefer, and now under center is Nick Foles. The back's offset in the eye. 2 wide receivers to the far side left as Westlake moves left to right. Andy Spears here to the near side right, and the handoff goes to Bron Hager. He tries to shed a tackler. Nice up front defense there by Pearland, and leading the way is DeForester Jones.
Yeah, DeForester Jones, the 5'9", 267 defensive tackle. And you can imagine when he gets his hand on a piece of meat, he doesn't let it go. He didn't let Bron Hager go that time.
At 5'9", 267, you're grabbing a lot from the table. Joe Taylor, yeah, you're not missing much. Two wide receivers to the far side left. It's Etier and Schaefer. Schaefer's in the slot. Walker split out wide to the near side right. Backs off set in the eye. Under center is Foles. Three-step drop. Looking. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking. Fires downfield into a crowd. And that one somehow is caught at the 15-yard line. And how in the world did Mike Walker make that grab? Who cares? He caught it. First down, Westlake.
Wow, I'll tell you what, you got to hold your breath if you're on the Westlake side when you see Nick Foles throw up a floater, and number 82, Mike Walker, is incredible in terms of just coming down with balls that nobody else can get.
Unbelievable grab by Mike Walker, his second grab of the afternoon, and it's come up big. A 21-yard pickup by Mike Walker. Under center is Nick Foles. The back's offset again. It's eye to the right. Two wide receivers to the far side left. The handoff goes to Max Minor. Some running room up the middle, inside the 10, down to the 6, and he is very close to a first down right around the 5-yard line. We'll have to see. Andy Spears checks out, and Mike Walker checks out to a barrage of high fives from his teammates along the sidelines.
Yeah, good play by Minor because he picked up that yardage down the middle. They open the hole. He gets inside the 10-yard line down to about the 6 where Boggs and Robertson make the stop.
Second down and 1. The first down marker at the 5-yard line. Shotgun set, trips to the near side right. Foles looking. Tons of time. Now rolling to the right. Steps up, fires into the end zone, and it's caught! Caught by Max Minor! Touchdown, Westlake!
Wow, I'll tell you what. You give the offensive line some credit. You give Nick Foles some credit because he bought some time as he rolled to his right. Max Minor out of the backfield comes across the field from the middle to the near side to his right, and he's in the end zone, and that's where number 7 hits him in the gut, and Minor holds on.
The 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon for Nick Foles. This time it's to Max Minor. Check this, ladies and gentlemen. 4 different receivers have caught touchdown passes here. The snap is down, the kick is up, and Justin Tucker's extra point is good. With 7:49 remaining in the ball game here at Kyle Field, Westlake takes a big-time lead. They're now up 28-17 over Pearland. The Division I 5A state semifinal continues in a moment from Aggieland. This is Westlake football.
Amy Simmons' life is hectic, and when she isn't running an ice cream empire, she's busy running after her 2-year-old.
I'm in favor of anything that makes my life easier.
That's why Amy bundles her digital cable, Roadrunner, and digital phone service through Time Warner Cable. She has access to over 300 channels, super fast high-speed internet, and unlimited local and long-distance calling.
One call for 3 great services, and it's all on one bill.
That's what I call a sweet deal.
Time Warner Cable. That's the power of you.
We welcome you back to Kyle Field. The Chaparrals take their first possession of the 4th quarter and their second possession overall in the second half and march 62 yards downfield. They do it in 6 plays. It took 3:36 off the clock, and it was capped by a 6-yard touchdown reception by Max Minor. The point after touchdown was good, and it's now Westlake 28, Pearland 17 with 7:49 remaining in the ball game from Kyle Field. Joe Taylor alongside Perry Watson and Rob Durkee down on the sideline. We welcome all of you to the 4th quarter of the Division I 5A state semifinal game here from Kyle Field in College Station. The ensuing kickoff by Tucker will be fielded at the 4-yard line. And now bringing it out for the Pearland Oilers, and it looks like Carrier and Kelsey Carrier bringing the ball out past the 20 to the 25 and to the 26. And a pretty good return right there by Carrier as he moves the ball out into pretty decent field position, and that might be one of the larger returns of the playoffs against the Justin Tucker kickoff.
Yeah, it was a good return. It was a good kick by Tucker because the ball went inside the 5, and he's kicking into a pretty good breeze from the south, from the north end of the field. So from south to north is how the wind's blowing, and it's holding the ball up, but he got that one down inside the 5.
Miller will line up as the wide receiver here to the near side left. 2 wide receivers to the far side right. Again, the lead is 11 for Westlake, 28-17, as the Pearland Oilers will start first down and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Whitaker through the line of scrimmage on the right side, still on his feet across the 30, out to the 34-yard line. And a nice pickup right there for Whitaker on first down as they go back to their horse.
Yeah, David Dyer got a hand on him to slow him down, but he couldn't get him down, and he moved moved the ball down the field, and that's where the rest of the defense, led by William Sayers, put the hit on him.
We'll break it after this play. It'll be 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard gain by Whitaker. As Proctor operates from the shotgun, Whitaker flanks him on the left side. The southpaw ready to work. Now a motion man is Wendell from the near side. Now back to passes Proctor for the 3rd time. He'll be chased out of the pocket. Ryan Swope uses his speed, and the ball is on the ground. David Dyer pounces on it, but will they call him down? Yes, they will.
And he was down.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 3rd down coming up for the Pearland Oilers after this. Third down and 6 on the 3-yard loss. The ball on the 31-yard line. Back to pass and flags fly. Maybe a free play, and now going for the interception on the far side was Aaron Pettis. He tipped it. It was incomplete, and it was intended for Whitaker down the far sideline, but flags flew immediately. Let's see if this is on Westlake or on Pearland.
Yeah, you don't know if somebody lined up offside, or if you would think if it's a motion penalty, they would have called the play dead.
4th and 6 for the Oilers.
And we await the call of Mike Atkinson, our referee. And it was a false start. And again, the play just, and it's been declined. So either way you slice it, it doesn't matter. Westlake declines the penalty to force 4th and 6. And now there's a 2-yard difference between last week and this week. The Rattlers of San Antonio Reagan went for it on 4th down and 1 from their own 29. Now it's 4th and 6 from the Oiler 31. Back to pass. They swing it out into the flat, and it's incomplete. And that may be the defensive play of the game. A huge momentum swing, and the door is wide open for the Westlake Chaparrals.
Joe, you touched on it. Last week against Reagan, the Reagan Rattlers went for a 4th and 1 from their 29. We shook our heads wondering what they were thinking. Here, with about 6 minutes and a little change left over, the Pearland Oilers do the same thing from their own 31. They don't throw the ball that much, and you can see Proctor trying to swing it out to Whitaker. He threw it wide. Whitaker had no chance to the left side to get that ball, and now Westlake's taking over at their 31.
Unbelievable. 31 yards away from pay dirt, and let's see if the Chaps can make it hurt. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. 1 to the far side left. Backs off set in the eye, and now the handoff will go to Max Miner. Miner with a huge hole to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, goal line. Touchdown, Max Miner. They make it hurt in 1 play.
I'll tell you what. You know, you got to look at this. You got to look at this as 2 things. 1, demoralizing for Pearland, and 2, a huge confidence boost for the Westlake Chaparrals. They were leading by 11. Now they're up 17, hoping to go 18. You talk about taking advantage of a play. There you go, Max Miner. Nobody laid a hand on number 28.
From 31 yards out, Max Miner scores. And for Max Miner, he already caught his 4th touchdown pass of the season. He scores now from the 7th time as a runner. The snap is down. Etier with the hold, Tucker with the kick, and it is good. 6:06 remaining in the 4th quarter of the state semifinal matchup between Westlake and Pearland. The score, Westlake 35, Pearland 17 as the Chaps make it hurt. We'll be right back. You're listening to Westlake Football.
Reason number 5 to eat new hearts of gold at Outback. Our newest fresh fish needs a date tonight. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. Reason number 4 to eat new Tassie's buffalo chicken at Outback tonight. You've always wanted to scream wow in public. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
A 1-play, 31-yard drive that only took 7 seconds off the clock as Westlake makes a 4th down and 6 decision by Tony Heath pay in a big way. It was 6 for Max Minor as he scores from 31 yards out. The point after touchdown was good. Westlake now leading Pearland by 18, 35-17. And here is the ensuing kickoff, a high end-over-end kick that will be fielded by Carrier at the 8-yard line. Carrier brings it out to the 25-30, cuts it back to the near side, still on his feet, out to the 35, and he'll finally be brought down. And actually, that's not Carrier, that is Whitaker. And Whitaker, the best athlete on the field, is delivered a huge blow on the special teams for Westlake as Tucker makes the stop on Whitaker just shy of the 45-yard line at the 43.
And Whitaker's he's going over to the sideline. He's pretty banged up. That was a good return by number 2, but he paid the price at the end of that play. Now going back to the touchdown, you know, you give up the 4th down, you don't make it on 4th down, you give it up, and then Westlake on the next play, Max Minor goes in from 31 yards out. Not all Christmas gifts get wrapped, and that was a gift.
And indeed it was, and Sam Proctor will now have to go to the air. 3 wide receivers to the far side right, and now checking in is Reed Wendell, and Wendell will check in as another receiver as only 10 men are on the field.
Wendell didn't get the memo.
And now Whitaker moves to the backfield, and now we've got everything set here with no time left on the play clock. And did they call timeout before the play clock expired? Yes, they did. It will be a timeout called for Pearland, their first one of the half, and we will take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds to Aggieland. Again, Westlake leading Pearland 35-17 with 5:56 remaining in the ballgame. This is Westlake football.
There's nothing to do. Where's the spam? Viruses. Mr. Spyware!
Rookie. Get Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable for free, constantly updated security software.
Hey, spam!
Music download.
You got any cupcakes? So that's a no.
Call 485-6000 and get your first 6 months at $29.95 per month plus free installation.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable.
For Proctor, he pumps once, now he's elusive, and now something is thrown in the direction of the field, and it kind of distracted me there for a moment, but Proctor's brought down at the 40-yard line. The original line of scrimmage was the 43, a 3-yard loss. And Perry, did you see that thing flying out of the stands?
Something out of the stands, but it was far, it was off the field, but I could see what you were saying. But Proctor was going to throw it and then decided to tuck it and run it, and was not able to because Cameron Nichols stayed home on the left side of the defense and made the stop.
Now Proctor has orchestrated some pretty impressive drives, but now he'll have to go to the air. That pass is caught at the 45-yard line into Westlake territory. Across the 50 is Kevin Miller, the 5'11", 150-pound sophomore, picks up the first down on a 12-yard gain out to the 45-yard line in Westlake territory. So we mentioned Proctor's effort last week, and now we have a hurt Chaparral down around the 32-yard line.
Looks like Jaron Guevara, it looks like he's down, and he came up with a leg injury after that play. And he is down at the Westlake 30-yard line.
So an official timeout has been called on the field, and we'll go back to Proctor. Again, Proctor's effort last week against Cy-Fair in the 16-15 win for Pearland in Rice Stadium in the Region 3 championship. They were down, again, 15-10 with 2:09 remaining in the ballgame.
You know, Jenny, I've been thinking. Some things, after you've had them for a while, they just start to get old.
What are you trying to say?
Maybe we should experiment a little. Well, in that case, I'm gonna start drinking healthier. Oh, sorry, Ginny. Do you want some? Ginny? Ginny? Drink healthy. It's better than having a girlfriend.
Spelling Riley Orloff and Logan Harkness in that outside linebacker position. So Proctor will go back to work. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line in Westlake territory. 3 wide receivers here to the near side right. And now Proctor forced to pass. Now pumping. The southpaw goes down the left sideline, and that one is incomplete. And that one intended downfield for Whitaker out of the backfield, and he is step for step with Riley Orloff.
Yeah, Riley Orloff did a good job of staying with Whitaker, and I think on the play, and you could tell Proctor is not a passer who throws the ball a lot, because you got a guy like Whitaker who came into this game with 2,500 yards, but on that play, he had Whitaker streaking down the far sideline, and Riley Orloff, as you said, Joe, step for step with it, and that pass wasn't even close.
Second down and 10, the ball at the 45-yard line. 5:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. 35-17, Westlake up on Pearland. The Oilers with trying to get into the end zone. Now pumping once, Proctor fires to the near side. That pass is complete, and Miller comes up with it again, but right there on the spot with a tackle is Riley Orloff.
Yeah, Riley Orloff on that play looked like he was looked like a rodeo rider there. He just bulldogged him down. As soon as he caught the ball, Orloff was all over it.
A 3-yard gain to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7, and we're operating on all 4 downs, just like we have been all afternoon for the Pearland Oilers. 3 wide receivers to the far side right, firing downfield, and that pass was behind Miller, and Miller could not come up with it. And luckily for Sam Proctor, William Sayers' head was turned the other way. Otherwise, that is a pick 6 for Sayers.
Yeah, and that pass was behind the intended receiver, who was Kevin Miller. And again, Proctor, a southpaw, throwing to his right. He had time, he had a man open, just missed his target.
With 4:40 remaining in the ball game, this is it for the Pearland Oilers. They have to convert here on 4th down and 7 from the Chaparral 42-yard line. They bring in Miller, and they break the huddle. It'll be Reed, Wendell, and now Westlake. No, it's going to be Pearland. Pearland has called a timeout, so they take their second one of the half. When we come back, it'll be 4th down and 7 from the Chaparral 42. Proctor and company with one final shot to try to get in the end zone. This is Westlake football.
For the second straight year, it's going to take a big comeback to win. 2 receivers, 3rd down and nearly 11 needed for the first. Inside the 20, number 10, back to pass, under pressure, steps out of it, pump fake. What a fake. To the 25, to the 30, up the sidelines to midfield, 45. Say goodnight to this one. 80 yards for the touchdown.
What a run. Man, I could use some brisket and ribs right now.
This is the ball game for the Pearland Oilers. 3 wide receivers to the far side right. Rolling is Proctor, still rolling, still looking. And Mark Daniel had him, but he spun out of it. But there it is. That could be the game. Blake Reed, along with, I believe it was Brad Baldwin, checked in as well. And they wrap up Proctor, and the Oilers turn it over on down.
I'll tell you what, they wanted to throw it. Proctor rolled to his right, and he decided to run it, but he took too much time. He just took a little too much time in making his decision to run it, and the defense collapsed on him, and you could see Mark Daniel got a hand on him, spun him around, and then it was Agnes was one of the principal tacklers. Chris Agnes was one of the guys that put him down.
And the 65 look a lot like 35, so hats off to Chris Agnes there as he involves himself with Blake Reed. Here's 1st down and 10 from the Pearland 41, and they run it with Max Miner. Miner across the 45 to midfield, picks up 11 yards of the 1st down. Now let's go down to Rob Durkee for an injury update on Jaron Guevara.
Hey, thanks, Joe. From my views down here and talking to one of the trainers, it appears that Jaron Guevara has rolled his ankle, but hopefully he'll be back next week for the state championship.
Let's hope indeed. And 4:18 remaining in the ball game, and we said this might be it for the Pearland Oilers. We don't want to cause any speculation, but 18 points is hard to make up in just over 4 minutes.
Well, and you don't have the ball.
Indeed. 1st down and 10. Backs off set in the backfield. 2 wide receivers each way as they run with the 2 tight end set. And it's the lead runner, Bron Hager. And Hager has fumbled the ball, and it looks like Pearland may have recovered, and they have. Oh, a huge mistake right there by Bron Hager, not wrapping up the football, and Pearland may indeed have that miracle shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know that they're going for the ball. You can bet that Tony Heath, the head coach of the Pearland Oilers, told his guys, look, we've got to go get the ball. We've got to get the ball back. And so it was one of those cases where Bron Hager made it beyond the line of scrimmage. The ball was stripped, fallen on by Pearland, so they have the ball now at their own 46. and just under 4 minutes left on the clock.
They'll line up in that 3 wide receiver set. This time the 3 receivers line up on the right side. Out of the gun is Proctor. He'll throw, and now he'll tuck it. And he's still looking. Blake Reed trying to catch up with him, and he does. And a great job right there by Blake Reed. Minimal yardage on the run as Proctor advances the ball out to right around the 48-yard line. When it's all said and done, Proctor only gained 2 yards, and that's because Blake Reed did not bite right. He did not bite left. He stayed with Proctor the entire time and cornered him to the far side of the field and forced him out of bounds.
You can't emphasize how big that play is for a linebacker to run down a quarterback like Proctor, and the defensive backs did a good job of staying with their guys. They had trips to the right on the far side, and they stayed with them, and that enabled Reed to catch Proctor.
It'll be Weeks and Miller on the far side right. And now moving from the near side left into the backfield is Whitaker. Reed Wendell split out wide to the left. They run with the flanker screen, and that's caught by Miller. Miller dancing around inside Westlake territory down to the 46. He's still about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, he might have gotten it had he not seen number 27, William Sayers. Sayers was ready to put a lick on him, and he danced out of bounds. The smart thing was he stopped the clock, but William Sayers made sure he didn't get any more, and he didn't want any part of Sayers.
35-17, Westlake with an 18-point lead. They had a chance to put the ball game away, but a Braun Hager fumble gave the ball back to the Oilers, and they need a yard to move the chains. 3 wide receivers to the far side right. They run it with Whitaker, and Whitaker has huge room. First down yardage and more inside the 35 to the 30. Cuts it back to the left side, and he's brought down from behind inside the 20-yard line, and making the stop was Riley Orloff, and Whitaker runs for a first down. Ryan Swope there as well, along with Brad Ballou, but a first down for Fozzie Whitaker, and the ball is marked at the 16-yard line, so 16 yards away from pay dirt. Again, down 18 and 3:35 to play in the ballgame.
Yeah, good play by Whitaker, and they're not going with a huddle, and you can see Proctor looking over to the sidelines for the play. They're lined up ready to go.
They're spread out. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the far side right. They opt with the flanker screen. It's caught by Miller. Miller dancing inside the 15, and now William Sayers bringing him down from his shoelaces, and William Sayers has been the isolated man on that far side of the field all day long, and he has answered the bell. Minimum gain on the flanker screen. And it goes from the 20, or right around the 17-yard line down to about the 10. So a pickup of about 6.5 yards. And 3 wide receivers already in the set. They take it on the zone read. Proctor at the 5. Proctor at the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown Pearland. Touchdown Sam Proctor. For the second time this afternoon, Proctor gets into the end zone for the Oilers.
Yeah, they turn it. They come right back after the fumble by Hager, and they get on the board. We're just inside 3 minutes. And you know what's coming on the kickoff after this extra point attempt.
They will try to get the ball back on the onside kick. No doubt the hands team will be in, and the hands team is all the receivers you can count and more, along with some defensive backs. But not until the 2-point conversion try here. Sam Proctor. The lone setback is Williford in the backfield. 2 wide receivers each way, and now Miller steps out of the tight end spot and goes in motion to the far side. Looking back right and into the end zone, and wide open in the back of the end zone was Kevin Davis, the tight end. So the tight end wide open, the 2-point conversion good with 2:54 remaining in the ballgame. Pearland has made it interesting. It's Westlake 35, Pearland 25. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
Over here.
Curbside takeaway. Just one more thing to love about Outback. Just call up, pull up, and we'll bring it right to your car so you can enjoy the great taste of Outback anywhere. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
It'll be Steven Schaefer, William Sayers, I believe Riley Orloff, along with, I believe it is Clayton Orr on that far side.
It is.
And the hands team up front. That's the front line of the secondary on the onside attempt by Hirsch. And there it is, and the ball is live. It's been touched, and it looks like Pearland may have it. And they do. Pearland will take over on the Westlake 45-yard line with 2:54 to play. Robbie Hirsch delivering the onside kick to perfection, coming up and touching the ball with the Chaparrals. The ball was loose on the ground, and the hands team cannot come up with it, and Pearland takes over. First down and 10, and they'll have a shot. They're down 10 points, 35-25.
Well, it was one of those plays where one of the Chaps had a shot at it, and I didn't get who it was, but one of the guys up front had a shot. The ball bounced past him. Once they touch it, doesn't matter. Anybody can get it.
They were down 18 as much as 2 minutes ago. Now they're just down 10. 3 wide receivers here to the near side left, 2 to the far side right as Proctor gets another opportunity to orchestrate a drive to pull his team closer. They fire across the middle, and it's complete to Whitaker. Whitaker out past the 40, inside the 39, down to the 38-yard line. He steps out of bounds. The clock stops, and that only took 4 seconds.
Yeah, and Orloff on the coverage, but Whitaker got out of bounds. And 2:50 left on the fourth quarter clock.
Their last drive took 65 seconds off the clock. It went 54 yards in 5 plays. It was capped by the 10-yard run by Proctor, his second of the afternoon. And again, the 2-point conversion good on the completion to Davis in the back of the end zone. 3 wide receivers here to the near side left. Proctor is flanked by Whitaker. And keeping it on the handoff is Whitaker. And Whitaker is wrapped up just shy of the 36-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and 1 for the Oilers. And now a timeout has been called. And I believe the timeout will be called. It will be Pearland, and that is their final timeout. We will take it with them. With 2:41 remaining here from Kyle Field, it is Westlake 35, Pearland 25. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
In one of the great, if not greatest rivalries, this one has been a lopsided affair. 2nd and 10 on the 22. Shotgun snap. Hit as he rolls.
Oh, what a hit.
The ball is fumbled. It's picked up. The 50, the 40, the 30, they will not catch him. What a truly delicious moment. Almost as delicious as Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Break out the toothpicks. The feast is over.
Oh, an amazing play as we join you live back from Kyle Field on a on 3rd down and 1. Dropping back to pass was Proctor. Proctor fired it up in a one-handed grab, a leaping grab by Miller, and he brought it down at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Pearland, and what a catch by Kevin Miller.
Oh, a heck of a catch by the 5'10 sophomore. He goes up with one hand, pulls it down, picks up the 1st down, and gets out of bounds.
Abe Garcia says Westlake needs a big defensive play. He's right. 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line in Chaparral territory. 3 wide receivers here to the near side left, 2 to the far side right. Proctor back to pass out of the gun, looking, firing across the middle, and that one is dropped too high for Miller at the 30-yard line.
A little high and behind him too, and number 19 got a hand on it, but that's all he could get on it. And it looks like the Pearland team, they're throwing the ball, but they're not trying to go deep. They're just throwing the short stuff, and Proctor's been able to hit his target most of the time, and he's the only guy in the backfield, so you know they're going to throw unless he's forced to run it.
Well, this is exactly how he was able to move his offense down the field late last week for the win against Cy-Fair at Rice Stadium. It's now 2nd down and 10. The ball marked at the Chaparral 31-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play here from Kyle Field. It is 35-25, and another incomplete pass. That one too wide for Whitaker, who had Riley Orloff right there with him, but a whole lot of green behind Orloff.
I'll tell you what, that pass went off the hands of Whitaker, and Orloff, had he been able to locate the ball, he could have picked that one off and run 70 yards for a touchdown, but it just goes as an incomplete pass, so they'll tee it up and try it again here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. The ball again resting at the 31-yard line. No huddle offense as 2 wide receivers split out wide to the right, 2 to the near side left. 1 tight end in the formation. Now back to pass is Proctor. The southpaw looking towards the end zone, has a man, and this one is well overthrown, about 5 yards behind the intended receiver. Carlton Johnson, the 5'5", 135-pound senior burner, had some separation, but two men down there, and the pass was just overthrown.
Yeah, he had some separation, but on the pass, Proctor had some separation between the receiver and the ball, and nowhere near Riley Orloff back there deep to make sure, but that pass was well overthrown.
Blake Reed checking in with the play. Reed Wendell checks out for the Oilers. It'll be 4th down and 10. And Perry, I don't want to say that this might be the ball game because Pearland's come back in miraculous fashion here. And Miller and Weeks will split out wide to the right. It'll be Carlton Johnson split out wide to the near side left. Down to the gun. Whitaker flanks Proctor. Proctor from the 31 on 4th down and 10. He's rolling. And he's going to tuck it and run at the 25. Met hard, but he may have had the first down as Ryan Swope wraps him up at the 20-yard line, and he needed the 21, and it looks like the chains will move. A gain of 11 for Sam Proctor, and the Oilers are still alive.
Yeah, you can't give him that much room, and they had a pass play called, and he rolls to his left. He's a southpaw, but he didn't take long to tuck it and run, and number 15 gets down the field, picks up the first down, stops the clock, the ball at the 20.
Going to make a defensive point about William Sayers here in just a moment, but first down and 10 from the 20. A pump once by Proctor. He's looking towards the end zone, fires that direction, and this one is thrown into the tunnel on the far right corner of the end zone. And a quick point, you can see on some of our replays here on ChapTV, but on that last run by Proctor, William Sayers has taken away out of bounds. That option was not there for Proctor. It forced him to stay in bounds, and although the clock stopped on the first down, if Westlake is able to contain the outside and keep everything inside towards the hash marks, the clock cannot stop for the Oilers. They are out of timeouts, and they try to run wide, and Westlake's corners with Pettis and Swope along with William Sayers, they've done a good job shutting down that outside. 3 wide receivers to the far side right on 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Now Proctor's going to tuck it and run. He runs through traffic at the 10, cuts it back to the 5. He is into the end zone, and Sam Proctor has scored a touchdown. The Pearland faithful erupt with 1:47 remaining in the ball game, and Pearland is a point after touchdown away from only needing 3 points to tie the ball game up.
Well, it's another case where they call a pass play, and Proctor rolls to his right, finds nothing, runs it up the gut between the hash marks, and then comes to his left and is able to get into the end zone standing up.
Proctor's 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, absolutely amazing. The snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. With 1:47 remaining, Westlake will have to hold. And no doubt another onside kick coming for the Oilers. It's going to be a good one, folks. It's Westlake 35, Pearland 32. Back in 30 seconds, this is Westlake football. Welcome me back to Aggieland. 1:47 remaining in the ball game, and I realize that calling on the Houston native Abe Garcia, his football knowledge has paid off huge. Pearland does not have a timeout, and there's only 1:47 remaining in the ball game. All Westlake has to do is get the ball. All they have to do is get the onside kick, recover it, take 2 knees, and call it a day.
Right.
1:47 remaining. Westlake leads by 3. In this quarter, they had led by 18. It's now 35-32, and Hirsch will attempt another onside kick to try and give Pearland a shot to tie it and possibly win it.
Now they're kicking from the 40. The ball has to go 10 yards, which means it's got to go to midfield before anybody from Pearland can touch the ball. The Chaps can get it anywhere, but they need to cover the ball securely. They got to secure it here.
And here it comes. It rolls to the 45, and Westlake has recovered, and it's Andy Spears. Now the ball is loose, but Andy Spears had dived on it, or excuse me, dove on it right at the 45-yard line, and he had rolled over. Now a flag has come in.
Yeah, you're right. They jump on the ball, and Spears comes away with it.
And Spears has done the job, and it looked like Spears might have just been celebrating a little too early because it threw everybody off. Because Spears was laying on his back, breathing that sigh of relief, and he let the ball go.
Yeah, but the other thing is, they may have, you were saying he might have been celebrating, but I think they may have called a personal foul down here.
And they have called a personal foul, and it's against Westlake. But now it's offsetting because Mike Atkinson says there was also a personal foul on Pearland. So Westlake will get the ball back. First down and 10 from the Pearland 44-yard line, and all Nick Foles has to do is take a knee twice as we draw near to the end of this ball game here from Kyle Field. They need to stop to the Pearland Oilers. They may run a play here with Westlake.
They will. You know they're going to be going after the ball, so the first priority is to cover it up.
The handoff will go to Max Minor. Minor will go down at the 46-yard line. He loses 2 on the play, but no matter. Second down and 12 coming up. The clock is moving, and Pearland can do absolutely nothing about it.
Well, you know, you look at timeouts. You get 3 per half, and you question sometimes when teams don't use their timeouts, and then you question when they use them because of communication problems, because of personnel problems, and that was the case with Pearland at least once or twice in this half. They had some communication and personnel problems, so they called early timeouts. That could come back to bite them with 1:15 and clock moving now.
Clock moving, and you might see one more play here from scrimmage. Backs off set in the eye. 2 wide receivers to the far side left. They hand it off to Max Minor. Minor covers up the football, dives forward to the 45-yard line, picks up a yard. Third down and 11. And we're inside a minute.
Yeah, Max Minor did a good job on that play, and you know that Coach Derek Long and his staff told these running backs and receivers, if you get your hands on the ball, secure it. Max Minor did that. Didn't get any yardage. The ball's at the 45, but he held on to it.
Well, if I'm Westlake right here, I let this play clock expire and get charged the delay of game penalty. It does not matter. It'll back you up 5 yards. It'll be third down and 16, but that will dwindle the clock down inside 25 seconds.
They'll stop it just before getting penalized at the 1 second mark.
Yeah, they will stop the clock, and Westlake will call a timeout before they get penalized. So rightly so, as Westlake still has all 3 of their timeouts. They burn one. We'll keep it here.
Speaking of burning, this is a barn burner.
I tell you what, Pearland has made it a game, and they've made it a game in convincing style. It took 2 mistakes by the Chaparrals to give them.
Here at Fayetteville, Arkansas, the score is 14-8 in this conference final. 4:47 remaining as we now have a most critical 4th down play at their own 43.5. And going for broke, and he has it. What a toss. A play carry from the 43 down to the 13. It's a first down.
Now that was courage. Man, I'm hungry for Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Westlake leading 35-32 with 29 seconds remaining here in the state semifinal from Kyle Field in College Station, Texas.
It's third down, Joe. 29 seconds. You're obviously in four down territory here.
They put 3 backs in the backfield, and Nick Foles under center. They're just trying to protect him, and Nick Foles is going to run around and then go to a knee back inside the 50-yard line. 22 seconds, and that should do it. We will count it down. And Westlake, Nick Foles, the senior quarterback, marches to midfield, raises his arms up in the air, and Westlake, 10 seconds before they advance. 5 seconds, and you can hear the Westlake faithful as the sidelines beef up with students. 2-1, and can a Chaparral slay a dragon? We will find out next Saturday night in the Alamo Dome as Westlake has defeated Pearland 35-32. And they welcome the Southlake Carroll Dragons to the Alamo City as Westlake will get an opportunity to play for the Division I 5A state championship.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a heck of a game. We saw a scoreless third quarter, and then everything broke loose in the 4th. And the Pearland, I'll tell you what, Pearland ran out of time, and they ran out of timeouts. More important than that, they ran out of timeouts. But this team is very explosive, and they were able to get back into this game when they were down by 18. It looked like Westlake could salt this game away, but that was not to be because the Pearland Oilers came back, just fell a little bit short. Final score, Westlake 35, Pearland 32.
An unbelievable job in the 4th quarter, at least the waning seconds of the third quarter, Westlake would get the ball back. Again, Westlake only got the ball in the third quarter one time. They take their second possession in the second half and go downfield, and they turn the ball game around in a hurry. And a huge play on 4th down and 6 from the Pearland 31-yard line was an incomplete swing pass to Fozzie Whitaker, and that gave Westlake an opportunity. 31 yards later on one play, Max Miner was into the end zone, and that really put things out of reach, although we never thought that this kind of effort was there for Pearland. And it's not so much that we didn't think they had it in them. We just didn't think Westlake was going to give them the opportunity. But Westlake coughing the ball up by Braun Hager is, again, his mistake on the lead block, and then the onside kick. Hats off to Robbie Hirsch for delivering not only a field goal, but one successful onside kick that gave Proctor the chance, and that's all they needed. Yeah. You might have heard the opening to the broadcast. The main theme at about 1:20 this afternoon was opportunity. And I can tell you this, the Westlake Chaparrals took advantage of their opportunities early in the fourth quarter, and Sam Proctor and company took a very large opportunity and made it pay off. Hats off to the Pearland Oilers as they finished their season 14, I should say they came into the ball game 12-2, so they fall to 12-3 out of District 24 5A, and they were the district runner-up.
Yeah.
So how about that? Only one district champion will play in the state final in the Division I 5A.
Well,
Westlake was number 3 in their district, District 25 5A.
Both these teams are like wild cards. Neither of them won their respective districts, and so they come into this as second-tier teams, so to speak, in terms of their districts. But you know, I mentioned this early on, Joe, when the final season ended and Westlake got into the playoffs. I said then it doesn't matter how you get there; it's just that you do get there. Seguin won the division. The district championship. They went out in the first round. The Chaparrals were the 3rd seed, and they're still playing, and they're going on for the state championship next week.
So next Saturday night, punch your ticket. Christmas Eve. Make the journey south on I-35 down to the Alamo City. But we're getting word that at least the lower level of the Alamo Dome is already close to a sellout capacity.
Not surprised.
And with South Lake Carroll and the way that program travels, no doubt Westlake will try to answer as they will travel south on I-35. Again, Dallas, in the Dallas area, no team better than South Lake Carroll. In the Austin area, no team better than the Westlake Chaparrals. It's only fitting that they meet up at the Alamo Dome for the state championship game in Division I 5A. And we will have it for you right here on the Big 1530 ESPN Radio and ChapSportsLive.com. We will have an hour pregame show. It will begin at 6 o'clock, the kick at 7 o'clock, and we will bring you live coverage of Westlake High School football from the state championship game in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, beginning on December 23rd at 6 p.m. right here on the Big 1530 ESPN Radio, and again, of course, on the internet, as always, at ChapSportsLive.com. We will also have our in-stadium frequency tuned to 107.9. The Chap signal will be loud and proud, so make sure you bring your radios when you make the trip down to the Alamo City. But if you can't make it, please join us for the radio broadcast. It is going to be a whole lot of fun, and Westlake has shaken off some unbelievable setbacks this year. In week 3, we were right here. In fact, just down the road at A&M Consolidated when the senior captain and one of the best offensive linemen in the state, probably the country, Matt Nader suffered a lethal arrhythmia and went down on the sideline. The rally cry from that point is now it's for Nader. Now, the Westlake Chaparrals, on the shoulders of their team captain, Nick Foles, makes it to the 16th game. And that is the goal, making it to the 16th game. And since the loss to Seguin way back on October 27th in Matador country, Westlake has run the table through Region 4. They are the Region 4 champs. And now, with a defeat here of Pearland in the state semifinal here in Division I 5A, they advance to the championship game to play the South Lake Carroll Dragons. And Perry, there's a whole lot of intangibles and a whole lot of personal relationships involved in this.
We'll investigate all that.
Yes, we will. We will indeed.
But I'll tell you what, you talked about Westlake not having lost since they lost that game in Seguin. And you look at the Pearland Oilers, their last loss was in week 6. It was October 6th. They lost 30-25 to Brasseswood. So these guys coming in here, the Pearland Oilers were on an 8-game winning streak. The Westlake Chaparrals now have a 7-game winning streak. So it's all about streaking and peaking. And right now, the Westlake Chaparrals are doing both.
Well, in week one, in the right before we went to Los Fresnos, it was the first time that we had an opportunity to visit with former Westlake Chaparral and former Longhorn All-American Jeff Ward. And he said something at the very end of our interview, which we did not get to bring you live on the radio in Victoria against that against that regional quarter with Los Fresnos. And he said something it's so pivotal in any type of playoff run in any sport. If you're healthy and you hit your stride at the right time, good things happen. And that's exactly what has happened here for Westlake. As the alma mater continues, we will try to sift through the madness and the sea of red down on the field here at Kyle Field on the campus of Texas A&M University. Somewhere in that crowd is Derek Long. He right now is right around the 37-yard line, and he is met with a host of camera crews. And I'll tell you this, everybody has been kind of quiet about the Westlake Chaparrals. In fact, 2 days ago, we saw a front-page sports story in the Austin American-Statesman about Fozzie Whitaker.
Right.
Again, we've seen some stories and some interesting ones about the Chaparrals. Again, we definitely heard about Westlake when they lost to Austin High.
Right.
And again, we heard even more about them when they lost to Seguin on October 27th. But now, it's official. For the first time since 2001, where Cedric Benson donned the Midland Lee jersey, the Chaparrals advanced to the state championship game. And you know what happened again that fall day and at Memorial Stadium DKR, Texas Memorial Stadium in Austin, again on the campus of the University of Texas. The running back for Midland Lee had a day, and he continued to have days like he had again in that final game against Westlake. He ran all over the Chaparrals, but this time you move on to take on one of the newer perennial state powers, and definitely one of the nationally recognized high school programs, with Todd Dodge at the helm for his final game as the head coach of the South Lake Carroll Dragons. He will take on the Westlake Chaparrals at the Alamo Dome, a place where the Westlake Chaparrals have played twice, and they are very used to the confines. They're used to playing indoors, and I'm not going to say that it's going to cause much of a stink and it's not going to be that much of a difference, but when you play on turf like the South Lake Carroll Dragons have done, they've played 2 games at Texas Stadium. Again, that's the synthetic turf there at Texas Stadium in Irvin, the home of the Dallas Cowboys, but they've played 2 games there. They played there today against Allen. They defeated the Allen Eagles 38-0 to move on to the state championship game. But you got to know that comfort level is there. That is a long bus ride from Dallas to San Antonio to the Alamo Dome, and no doubt they're going to make it on the same day. But Westlake has a very quick trip down into the Alamo City, and the Division II 5A state championship will take place at 2 o'clock. And no doubt it's a night game, so everybody will get plenty of rest the night before, and there'll be a lot of hype leading up to that game. And there's a lot of intangibles, and we await. And looks like Rob Durkee, as I can see now, Rob Durkee is now with a victorious Coach Long, and Coach Long says, every week he says we just have to score more points than they did, and that is what they did today. And Rob Durkee is down on the sidelines, perhaps for the final time, with head coach Derek Long.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Coach, very amazing game against Pearland. Just talk about it.
Well, you've got 2 outstanding teams, and like we've said all week, when you get to this point in the playoffs, everybody's good. And a lot of respect for Pearland. They didn't lay down. We made a mistake, and they nearly took the game back away. Back to our guys. We rose back up. Managed to get enough time off the clock. Offense ran the clock out, and hard-fought battle. You hate to see anybody lose, but I'm glad it's them and not us.
And we also had a very emotional road to this state championship. And I would like to say congratulations and thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Rob. This is your last time, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And
at least this year.
Yep, at least this year. And
did you see how it gets a little tense at halftime? Sometimes Coach Long can get tense. Maybe Coach Long knew the second half was going to be tough. But you've done a great job, and look forward to working with you again next year.
Thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck next week in the state championship.
Thank you, Rob. We're going to have a blast.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Rob Durkee down on the sideline with our own head coach, Derek Long, a victorious Chaparral head coach. And let's send it back to Rob Durkee. I know, Rob, you have a final thought, and I know you've been putting a lot of effort into it. And Fox Sports Southwest has the television rights to the state championship game. If Rob Durkee can hear me, do you have one final thought, Rob?
Yeah, you know, Joe, it would be really amazing if we could go and film the state championship. It'd be very amazing if I could report, but, you know, UIL has the rights to do it, and so if we get to it, then by all means we will, but, you know, it's very exciting for everybody down on the field right now.
Rob, you'll still be there, won't you?
Yes, I will. I'll be taking pictures down on the sideline.
Yeah, he'll be there, and I tell you what, if there's a petition to be signed, bring it up to the press box. I'll be the first one to sign it, pass it around.
I'll be number 2.
Yeah, we will hopefully we'll have the opportunity. But Rob, I just want to say, after 15 ball games, you've come a long way as the sideline reporter. And again, folks, you have to remind, this kid's just a sophomore, and he is very good at what he does. He has come a long way. He saw some very interesting things, and some things that quite honestly scared a lot of people, but definitely, you know, scared him as well. Week 3 was a tough one to take because he was right there on the sideline when Matt Nader went down with his lethal arrhythmia. And Rob, again, from our crew to your crew, an excellent job done by the video and theater and tech company. Again, they put together shows again all season long, including the Nutcracker Spectacular that was going on at the same time. The ball game last week with San Antonio Reagan was going. They put together a skeleton crew to come out and shoot it. I think they had even 10 and 11-year-olds operating cameras and doing the things that they needed to do. But hats off to David Poole's crew, again, the director of fine arts, an incredible job with ChapTV this season and all season long. So we hope that they get the opportunity to bring it because it's a tape delay broadcast. Who knows? They may get a shot, but hopefully, again, they will join us for that ball game next week as spectators. Maybe they'll just have a lot of fun watching the game instead of having to work it.
Well, and speaking of delayed broadcast, this one can be seen Sunday night, Channel 77.
Yes, indeed. Part of Time Warner Cable's agreement with the Westlake Chaparrals, again, like every week. I know we've gone 15 weeks into it, but Time Warner Cable will replay this broadcast tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Who cares about the Chargers and the Chiefs? You got to watch this one. This was an electrifying game. Yeah, switch over to Channel 77 on Time Warner Cable. Again, on your digital cable box, make sure you check in and chime in for the replay broadcast brought to you by ChapTV and, of course, our radio call on the video call here for the Westlake Chaparral Theater and Tech crew as they produce Westlake High School football for Time Warner Cable. Part of the rebroadcast at 7 o'clock on Sunday nights on Channel 77. We will take a quick timeout. We will go over the highlights after this 2-minute timeout as we have had an extended post-game show here as we tried to sift through the crowd and talk to Coach Long. It's taken a while to get to him, but again, he's obviously very happy, and as he said, they're going to have a blast, and we will too as we roll on with the Redbud Bar and Grill post-game report live from Kyle Field. The final score from the Division I 5A state semifinal: Westlake 35, Pearland 32. Back in 2 minutes for the Redbud Bar and Grill post-game report.